Got an email here with the subject line, Flooring Direct DFW. Dan, my wife and I have been putting off getting new flooring upstairs for a couple years because it sounded like a major hassle. Went to flooringdirectdfw.com/dumbzone. We got an almost immediate response to our schedule our in-home consultation. Our salesperson was outstanding, helpful but not pushy, gave us a quote within 30 minutes. So happy with the quote. We executed the contract, scheduled installation over text messages, which was very easy. Not the major hassle we had feared. Anyway, he says the installation started on a Monday morning. By Tuesday afternoon, my wife and I had brand new SPC flooring in just 2 days. Yes, Flooring Direct DFW. They are greatness. They are very local. They will bring the store to you. Just schedule an in-home consultation at 972-449-9456, or you can go to flooringdirectdfw.com/DZ and tell them, what is it, Amy Poehler? What do we do?
The Good Hang podcast sent you.
All right. Hello, friends. Welcome to a Thursday edition of the Dumb Zone. Today, we broadcast live to tape and live on YouTube, apparently, from the Game Day Men's Health Studios in downtown Dallas, in the Fox 4 building. I'm Dan McDowell.
I'm Jake Kemp.
I'm Blake Jones.
Foodie CK. Foodie CK is here. And on the couch, the casting couch. Can we get a sponsor for that?
Boy, that's a layup.
Pornhub?
I was going to say, probably need something that's allowed in the state.
Oh, I never got that Pornhub news update.
They haven't released it yet.
Huh.
You're not VPNing?
Me neither, bro.
Let me check.
Saving up.
Anyway, he is
Arizona?
In a little zone that we like to call the hang zone. He's hanging out.
Hang zone coming at you.
Whoa.
It is Teddy Ballgame. Ted Emrich.
Hey.
We all know
that.
him. We love him. He's basically just part of the show.
Maybe on the TV Ted show.
How we doing? How we doing post-surgery?
How about
Jake?
Ted is brought to us by Game Day Men's Health.
No doubt.
Oh, wow.
In the Game Day Men's Health Studios.
Congrats, Ted.
Which,
It's big time. Do I get peptides?
You can.
What are peptides?
Peptides are
Go to Game Day Men's Health and they'll
supplements
tell
that
you.
are going to
Find
help
out.
you achieve just about anything you want. You want to be stronger? Peptides. You want to have clearer mind? Peptides. You
are
want
they
recover
similar
from
to
injury?
Riptides?
No.
Oh.
The wave?
I've just heard of that word.
Let him cook.
Well, if you want to cook, go to gameday.dumbzone.com, 12 area locations. It's where I get my TRT. I'll be in there tomorrow.
No, go see Jake at the Grapevine location. Just hang out there all day in the parking lot. There he is. Get
Oh,
a
my
picture,
God.
send it to Harvey Levin.
Smoke with him later. Get
How
a
about
shot.
Harvey, like
Get a shot
TMZ,
together.
which used to be like late night and it's funny and we're going to laugh at it and we're going to do a tour and everything. They're like at the heart of the whole Savannah Guthrie's mom
Yeah.
investigation. Like everybody's having Harvey Levin on because people are sending him the ransom information.
Yeah. It's like the New York Times in the 1870s or something.
Right.
Yeah, I saw that last night that they got 4,000 tips by releasing the Ring camera video. And that cannot be helpful. That's too many.
Yeah, imagine being the data analyst who has to comb through all of that and
yeah.
check it out.
Yeah.
Right.
I've always been curious about the tip line, how effective it
'Cause
really
you have
is.
19-year-old Jake on there.
Yeah. That's why I was curious about how effective it was.
One of our guys sitting in the other day told me he saw a report, or maybe it was in Arizona or something, but they were looking for information that could lead to the arrest of, whoever took the mom. And they were offering up to $2,500.
Oh, man.
I saw that.
Earth-shattering.
Hey, now.
This is where
You know, I can look up her salary.
And
Who's the guy that died yesterday? James Vanderbeek. Do you see the money thing associated with him? Do you love James Vanderbeek? Wasn't he in like movies that you love?
Yeah, I was not certainly not a
Mox.
Dawson's Creek guy. That was like what all the girls were into, but I was definitely into Varsity Blues. Let me tell you who else is really into James Vanderbeek and Dawson's Creek. Nurses that are like 35 to 40.
Oh, they were sad yesterday.
Because when I woke up yesterday, the hospital was a sad place.
Oh, wow.
A lot of women.
That happened while you were under too. Like so.
It did.
Wow.
I woke up and it was a hectic place.
And
But
his soul
what was
in-
the money situation?
Oh, it's that they said James Vanderbeek, because of his cancer, like, and what probably is like a really robust and healthy healthcare system that we have, ran through his money trying to get rid of his cancer. And so their family is like, yeah, we just don't have any money. So they've raised like $1.5 million on a GoFundMe. They're like, oh, cool. We're just gonna this is gonna be great. Thanks.
They were going to struggle to keep their home
Oh, okay.
otherwise.
So, I mean, he may have like debts to pay off and stuff. Are you saying they should just be giving back everything over the cost of a funeral?
Well, I don't know. Like,
If people want to
again,
give money
I'm
to
sorry that
John
you're going
Moxon,
to lose your $3.5 million home that you probably shouldn't have got.
Well, you see how quick TV Ted jumped in? He's like, think of their Palisades place.
I don't know where they live. I'm just contributing to the story. That's what I read too.
I don't know how to feel about that. Other
But
than
I'd
it's-
still rather be the wife than James Vanderbeek today.
Yeah.
She's alive and on the market.
I guess.
Okay.
It is weird how
Let's set that meet up.
there was a lot of people yesterday. I guess I couldn't really recall the last time I had surgery, but it was like almost 20 years ago. But everybody yesterday was like, good luck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Stay still.
And
no, we'll
yeah.
see you on the other side.
Well, there was some of that. And they sit down to tell you, like, hey, you know, we're putting you fully to sleep. So
You could.
it's
There could be a complication.
yeah. And then they leave you
And
in the
you
room
don't wake up.
for like 45 minutes. And I just started thinking, like, you know, I'm not trying to get super deep today, but I was just like, I'm good.
If
I
you
feel
died-
good. Nothing about yesterday was negative to me other than the IV. The IV didn't work. It was not
What's with you.
not working well.
Did they have a new guy, like, trying to find the
Just
vein?
jamming.
No, and I think maybe it's a little bit deeper or more serious of an IV than if you're just going to get fluids. But whatever it was, past that, there was nothing about it that sucked. I just kind of looked at it like a field trip. Met a lot of people.
Did you meet the lady that overheard me asking you
I think so.
if you could just give a blood sample by wringing out your tampon?
Yeah, I think I did meet her.
And she liked it. She thought that was a great line.
I think my dad met her too. And I wish I would have put this on wax on Tuesday when I first went to pre-op, because I met a lady at check-in, and I thought to myself, knowing that my dad was going to be my pickup the next day, I thought to myself, if my dad meets this lady, we're going to have sparks. There's potential here. And then I kind of forgot about it the next day. And when I woke up, you know, I'm like, hey, because I was very clear I didn't want anybody there with me. And I didn't want him there until I was fully ready to leave. I didn't want anybody waiting on me. And so
Why are you very clear about that? That seems like a weird thing to
because
draw the line on.
because like my mom will just show up because she's like the type of person that says good luck and thinks that if she's there, she goes, well, it's just always nice to have somebody there for surgery. Kristen's mom too. I'm like, that's what you want there.
The
But
emotional
why don't we
support.
think of what I want, since I'm the one getting cut here? Not to be a D, but I don't want anybody there.
Just doctors.
Right.
People
I
that
don't,
are thinking
and
about
like that hour beforehand, I wanted to be by myself. You don't want to entertain somebody. But anywho, I'm like, hey, is my pops here? And they said, yeah, he's already trying to get a job here.
That checks.
Outstanding.
I was like, what do you mean? And then I started thinking of the lady out there, and he's out in the lobby just because this lady was doing her own show anyways, with just kind of adding a little zest to all the problems of the hospital. You tell somebody to go that way and turn left. No, the other left. The other left. The other left. She was Cajun. and she's doing a show with her. It was kind of like a court show where then it was a old Cajun white lady and there was like a black security guard. Because you know the bailiff and the judge are always different because they just play off of each other well. And I witnessed that the day before, and then I guess my dad got in the mix and was like, "I could clean this place up," and that was it.
And now you have the steel plate or
I got
rod.
a plate
What is
from
it?
like my elbow to my wrist.
Damn.
Yeah, it's serious.
You could knock somebody out with that.
I plan to. And like I said the other day, I understand that why am I having to fill out all this paperwork over and over again? Like that's becoming what's the deal with grape nuts, right? Or what's the deal with airplane food? But genuinely, it is insane that they were able to do this to me yesterday. And I feel fine today. Yet in the hours preceding that, I had to tell the same story to 7 different people. There's no way this is an efficient use of everyone's time. 7 different people come in and they say, what medications are you on? And what's the dosage? And how do I spell that? And I'm like, man, it's the same shit. It's fluoxetine.
Counterpoint? Do you think they are making sure, like if one person comes in, you give the information, they kind of write it down wrong, no one else double checks it, and now all of a sudden they're giving you different medication?
If I believed that, first of all, they weren't giving me the medication. They're asking me, what do you take at home?
Right, but they're giving you something that could have an adverse reaction, yeah.
That would take me believing
and then
that
you'd be
person
dead.
2 and person 5 actually compared notes. But I don't think that they do.
Well, maybe they're all just looking at that first note.
Maybe, but it's not. Then why ask me how to spell it? I don't know how to spell it. I didn't make the medicine. Okay, I'll give you that one then. Why do I need to
I just saw a lot of people laughing and dancing in the commercial for it.
Why do I need to tell all of them how it happened? How's that?
How your arm broke?
Yeah. Every one of them come in.
Oh, so what happened?
Why?
What happened?
Why
here?
do we need to do that? I don't know. This makes me sound crazy because it bothers me. It doesn't make everyone else crazy, but pain is relative. And I wish that if you paid $6,500 for a surgery and you have to pay thousands and thousands for your health insurance, they should have a cap like they have at Braintopia. Like they put a brain cap on you and the computer says how much pain you're in. And they dose your pain medication to that. How's there not brainwaves? Because you know what there is now? There's a piece of paper with 10 faces on it.
Smiley face.
And they have different levels of upset. And they ask you, a 40-year-old man,
circle one.
which one of these looks like you right now? I'm like, it hurts, but I don't know how bad.
Try being on the other side. My wife did ER for a few years and would have to say, all right, can you please point to the smiley face that represents your pain at 10 or 11? And they would have the flu.
Yeah.
You know, they would have a fever.
Yeah. Everybody's bad at judging their own thing. So I was like, I don't know. I mean, I'm here. You know, I'm obviously not dying. But there's got to be a machine they could just put on you one day and just say, oh, I see. You're at a 6.2.
Yeah.
Again, make it all like Madden.
But like
a rating system.
Seriously, how? And then people wouldn't overdose. Like they would just shoot you with what you need.
yeah, it's like the Jared thing. You know, when he was going through
That's
to pick.
exactly what I was about to say.
It's, you know, the person who played collegiate volleyball but wasn't like that didn't go pro. She's I'm a 7.
Yeah.
Athletic scale.
But a
on
lady
1 to
who
10.
does yoga.
But yeah, the person that does CrossFit, boy, they're 10.
I'm a
I
10
do
average.
CrossFit. So yeah, you're
I'm
in
an
there.
8
You
'cause I
know,
walk.
you know what it could be. So you say, I don't know, 5. But then yeah, Angelo said he's in the most pain he's ever felt when he's a little hungry.
And I'm like, is this, oh God, the wussification of the unhoused. And I'm like, is that, I mean, you gave me pain medication. So do you mean before, after? There's just a lot of talking for something that I don't think really relates to words. Do you know what I
Sounds
mean?
like Business Wednesday.
It's like a science project. We don't need to talk about it.
Isn't there too much talking in Business Wednesday and meetings?
Good God.
Like the more we do business and stuff, the less I think of people who do business and stuff, just because there's a lot of you're not working 8 hours a day.
No.
If you're a guy who has a bunch of meetings and you do a lot of stuff, I'd like you, you know, if you are someone who likes to look at the NFL and be like, wow, they actually only play, what is it, like 14 minutes of actual game action?
Yeah.
If
Whistle
you
to
would,
whistle, yeah. Add it
Yeah.
all up.
same thing. I'd like to whistle your actual interactions to when, if you have an hour meeting, probably 40 minutes out of that is worthy, right? Half hour?
If that, and that's
There's
being
just a
generous
lot of
with the
small
term
talk
worthy.
in the beginning with people
No.
that you know really well.
I,
I know these people
We're
great.
on to you because we used to get hit. What do you guys work? You work 3 hours a day. And you're like,
Yeah.
but there's like a lot of shit, we got to do for this or that. We're on to business, man. We know. The jig is up.
Yeah.
You're not doing more
How
than
much
3
of
or
your
4
time
hours
is
a day.
driving, listening to us?
Yeah.
But it's counts as work, right? I had to drive an hour and a half to get to my client.
How much
So overall, go ahead.
How much do you have to endure the business talk? Like, let's double click on that.
We try to
People are kind of
keep that
hip to
sidelined. Yeah.
Yeah,
we.
I
But
would
if,
hope so.
but if we're talking to like a national thing or
It'll come up.
Yeah, synergy.
it's fun.
So overall, thumb up that I can barely give up.
Thumbs
Surgery.
up on your.
It was
on
cool. I just-
the experience of having surgery.
And that's how I looked at it. Like, oh, this is an experience. Like, I get to think about dying for a minute. It was very peaceful. I just don't think they should be coming up to me in the hour before and a guy pulls over a stool and says, "What are we doing for you today?" I'm like, this is not a haircut.
He thinks he's
A
destroying.
tattoo? I hope. Fixing this. It's obvious, I would hope. We got through it, though, and I don't feel too effed up, like nauseous or groggy. I'm spacing out the meds.
Can we sign the cast now, the soft cast?
Do you play for the Milwaukee Brewers?
so you're limiting that.
Yeah, and it's actually like a brown cast with blue stitching.
Okay.
It's like Brew Crew colors.
Oh, nice. You asked for that.
Yes, I did.
Somebody's going to draw Harry Ballsack on it.
It's fine, Ted.
Before we move on, let's just mention our friends at One Day Doors and Closets. They could replace all your doors in just one day. Can they replace all your closets?
They can.
Okay.
They can. One Day Doors and Closets. Josiah out there is here to help you flip your house without having to flip the whole house. Maybe you're thinking about doing a little bit of a remodel, sprucing things up. You might look past the doors and closets, but not Josiah. OneDayTexas.com/promo30. That's where you pay for a door and get 2 doors. Maybe you need 6 doors. You'll pay for 3 doors. OneDayTexas.com/promo30. You're already saving 30 to 50% compared to those big box stores.
No one wants a big box.
Ridiculous. Hot dog in a hallway. So you're trying to get the doors that fit perfectly. Custom, well, you're going to get that with 3D measuring technology of the advanced nature
All the D.
with One Day Doors and Closets. You got Valentine's Day. You're probably late on that, but if you screwed that up, just a good gift idea. Your wife's probably not thinking, oh, my guy will think about the doors.
How
Go to
about as far as a
OneDayTexas.com.
creative? She would never think of that, right?
No.
Maybe a blanket, maybe flowers, but
Sure.
new doors?
It's a sick idea. Check it out.
Send one of them to her work because it's important that the coworkers see
There it is again.
the door.
That's good. That's right.
Yeah, the courier just carries it to to the front desk.
There's a
Got
giant
bow on
giant
it.
ribbon.
Yeah, if we could for Cheryl in fulfillment,
And then she can leave it
we
like
have a door up here for
leaning
you.
against her desk, and then everybody walks by. Oh,
Her work husband is pissed. He's like, God damn, I didn't think of a door.
yeah. Hell, they give
That guy's got
there's-
it. That guy's got it on lock.
Are they doing the buy one get one? You said
Oh yeah,
BOGO.
side piece and your wife.
sure. Why
perfect.
not?
Perfect.
All right, so all right, we'll call this a sesh because I have some Mav stuff to get into. That's more sports, but
Just hit me.
I'm trying to hit you with some audio that you haven't got. That because I know we've doubled up on some of this stuff apparently, but I think I have something for you that you guys don't have, and I think it's right here. So apparently, there's like some tennis thing going on in Dallas. Anybody know about this?
Yeah,
You
I
guys
mean, I
into
know
tennis?
that John Isner is always promoting it, and he was promoting it in the last couple of weeks.
The Dirk tennis thing?
Maybe.
No,
I don't know. It's tennis and it's Dallas.
yeah,
And they had a press conference, and John McEnroe is there. one of the all-time greats, John McEnroe. And we had there was a reporter on the scene. So you guys don't have this audio?
No.
Nice.
Mr. McEnroe, champ, knowing your love for both the great game of tennis and for being a talented axeman, this reporter would like to know, which would you rather do? Go back 100 years and battle Big Bill Tilden on the green grass of Forest Hills? Or pick up your sixth string and jam with the father of Texas blues from right here in Dallas, Blind Lemon Jefferson?
Confused looks at the...
That's good energy. Could you repeat the question?
All right.
Pretty good.
Very good.
That's awesome.
But I would rather go with Blind Lemon Jefferson.
Got an answer.
We're having good times.
Nice.
That's right.
That's excellent.
Scoops Callahan, one of the great, I'd say, Texas Radio Hall of Fame worthy bits. If the Texas Radio Hall of Fame is worth anything.
Hawkeye in the morning.
You want my other piece of audio, or
yeah, hit me.
Even though you already have it, I think. But somebody had and I had seen this clip floating around, but I never watched it to the end. And then one of our listeners said, "Watch this thing to the end. You're going to love it." So this is Julian Love, Seahawk, who had an interception in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
And he had so this is very, very cool because it's like they were noticing a tell or something. It's like seeing a guy tipping his pitches. And so they had him mic'd up on the sideline, and you get audio from before the interception and then after the interception. And it's very cool. And at the very end, you're going to hear Sam Darnold walk up to him and give him a hug. It's like when they're celebrating the win. And that's the really key part of the audio, but the whole thing is pretty good. Julian Love. Before the interception.
Coming to you?
Yeah.
It's coming to you?
Yeah. That's all right, though. I'm going to stay patient.
I want you to keep going on that out.
I'm going to give me one. Classic young quarterback. I
know.
As soon as that back foot hits,
Deep ball is this.
as soon as the back foot hits, he's going to where he wants, but he's pausing for a second to confirm that he's open. He's not blindly doing like Stafford. There's like a little hitch there.
Okay.
But you can show you jumped that.
Made from the shotgun. 2nd down and 3. Steps up in the pocket, gonna let one fly down the seam, and it's intercepted. Julian Love. Julian Love is right where he's supposed to be at free safety.
You knew yours was coming.
I'm telling you.
You've been in the right spot the whole time.
How about a little pick in the soupy? Come on.
The Soupy.
Yes.
We're calling the Super Bowl the Soupy.
That was Darnold?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Kind of think I love it.
No.
Kind of think I love it. I mean, Natty just works, right? But Soupy, there's not much you can do with World Series.
Like the whole clip is very, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
And is worthy of, celebrating it on its own. But yeah, if you're going to toss in Soupy at the end.
I think that's excellent.
Amazing.
I just have a couple of quick Olympic notes from the things we should have predicted. We have a Ukrainian Olympian disqualified because he won't take his helmet off that has his dead friends on it that died in the war with Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And I don't know. I like to try to get in the mind of people in the center of these stories. Good on you for taking a stand, but did you spend all this time training for I mean, they told you exactly what may be at debate, I suppose, is what is a political message.
Yeah.
Because the Olympics are saying no political messages, and he's like, this isn't political. These are my friends who were killed in a war who are also Ukrainian athletes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
But everything by nature is political because countries are political entities, right? It's a state. But I just think it's funny to train that hard and then show up and be like, no, I'm just not going to do it because of this helmet. All we hear about is how dedicated they have to be for 4 years, 8 years for this one moment.
Yeah.
It's very odd to me.
What was his sport?
It's not bobsled, but skeleton.
Okay.
Head first.
That ain't that tough, is it? Well, I guess
It
the head
looks
first
pretty
one.
gnarly,
Yeah,
dude.
it's-
I don't know how tough any of it is, but it looks scary. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't.
Imagine going 70 miles an hour on ice.
Do you ever
and
wonder how
head
many
first.
people are actually trying? Like, is he only one of 5 people in the whole country that said, yeah, I want to do this? So is he that good?
I mean, in Ukraine, there's probably a lot of them, but for sure, we talked about it yesterday with not Bo Jackson, right? But
Just a way to get out of military service?
I bet so.
Herschel Walker.
I keep screwing that up. So I mean, that's what we did, right? There was nobody trying out, so we just went and grabbed him. The other story I have is an Olympic media story. Just a reminder of how some of the rest of the world works. There's an Italian state broadcast channel. I think it's pronounced RAI. It's RAI. And they carried the opening ceremonies in Milan on Friday. And I guess their director of the sports division, like he's an old head. He's been there for 25 years. He saw this as his opportunity to go on the mic and be the guy. And he apparently was awful. Like he misidentified a dozen different people. He misidentified the stadium where in Italy is an Italian broadcaster. Here's the president of the IOC. He misidentified her as the daughter of Italy's president. Mixed up 2 women's volleyball players who were torchbearers. Mistook Brazil's delegation for Bulgaria's, and then once he realized he was looking at Brazilians, remarked that, quote, dance is in their blood. There's 4 or 5 other ones in here that just, I don't know that he was like, if he was impaired or what, but he was just all over the map. Well, as a result of that, the entire staff of this, the sports division of this TV station have made it be known that they will be going on strike for a week at the end of the Olympics to protest him and how bad he sucked at his job.
Wow.
That's how much Euros love protesting.
Yeah.
And how much they love telling their friends that they sucked at their job.
They're not doing it during the Olympics, though?
No, they're like,
waiting for
look,
the
we're going to
Olympics over?
work. We're going to work. We'll
So no one
cover
will
it.
really know.
I mean, no one will know, except I just think it's a funny concept to be at work and your boss does something and you can just get together with all of your coworkers and be like, we want him to know that sucked. We're not coming to work for a week. Like, that is just such a foreign concept.
Yeah.
They're just out. That's the only other Olympic thing I had, unless you want to do the
Well, I have an Olympic story about a Norwegian biathlete.
There you go.
Did you have this one?
yeah. Just no
Sturla
audio.
Holm Lagreed. Yeah, I listened to the audio, but apparently they have a different language in
Yeah.
Norwegia. Where's Norwegia, Blake?
It's over there.
Yeah. Norway.
Blake is never going to Norway.
Mm-mm.
More on
Not going to Brazil.
viewer mail.
So he won bronze in the thing where you ski and then you shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Sven?
Yes.
Sven told us that the U.S. has never won a medal in that particular.
It's not where you go
And
work.
the Norwegians dominate.
That's their thing?
Yes.
It's-
One of a few Winter Olympic sports, but yes, definitely biathlon.
So you might need the context, too, because first they interviewed the gold medalist, also from Norway.
Mm-hmm.
So they're real good, like you said. And so he says, you know what, I got to dedicate this win to our teammate. He was actually found dead in his hotel room in December.
Oh. Wow. Don't have to follow that.
Yeah.
This guy won first,
So
and then won
we had been training with this guy
sadness.
for 3.5 years, right? And now
Wow.
we're right at the cusp of the Olympics and dead.
Wow.
So then they asked all right, man, that's somber. Let's go to your teammate. He'll probably say something pretty similar, but we'll still get the audio anyway. And this guy's name is Sturla. And he says, well, last night I kind of had a revelation that I should drop this bomb. Then we'll see what happens. I have nothing to lose. So interest peaks in Norway. He says, there's something I want to share with someone who may not be watching today. And And he starts crying. Half a year ago, I met the love of my life. The world's most beautiful and nicest person.
Sweet. Okay.
3 months ago, I made the mistake of my life. I cheated on her.
Oh, no.
1 week ago, I told her about it. This has been the worst week of my life. I had the gold medal in life, and I'm sure there are many people who see things differently, but I only have eyes for her.
Work that in.
Sport has come second these last few days. Yes, I wish I could share this with her. So there's a lot here.
Wait, post-game rules over there.
Yeah, it does.
Yes.
This is way
Yes.
cool.
So why, though, the Olympics just started a week ago, and he told, like, did he think, what was he thinking as he went to the Olympics? And they're dating. Like,
Yeah.
She didn't know.
Yeah, but he's thinking, like, I can't have
You know
this
what?
on my conscience.
Let's just tell her now.
I'll tell her now.
This'll be
And
great. She'll be
then
like,
if she's mad and I perform well, I'll be able to use this this platform to apologize. Didn't know this a-hole over here was going to best me in the race and then getting to the dead teammate first. Actually, he had to know. I bet you there was a moment after the first guy thanked the dead guy that he's like, this is not stacking well for me.
The Norwegian media won't release her name, but they have talked to her, and she's like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to be brought into this.
I respect this guy, though.
Just like, this is my shot. I could do it here. Like, why not pull out the ring?
Yeah, but
why not on live TV? Like, here, I got this ring, and I now ask you to marry me.
She clearly meant so much to him that he cheats on her 3 months into their relationship.
To me,
They've
that
been
doesn't even count. You're 3 months into a relationship. That's barely even your girlfriend. If anything, that's the weirdest thing about this. That he'd known a lady for 3 months and that he's that wrapped up in it. But I'll tell you, as a longtime watcher of reality dating shows, this is not going to hurt him with other women. This is vulnerability. You know how much this took from him just laying it all out there? Like, yes, I understand you cheated, but I'd rather have a guy who's honest about it in front of the world.
He claims she's
this guy's swimming in poon right now.
The world's most beautiful
The Olympic
and nicest
Village.
person. Don't you feel like there's no chance in hell that would ever... Those two cannot be the same person. If you're like the hottest person in the world, you will definitely not be the nicest person in the world.
Probably subjective, but you're right? There's only one LeBron who has it all.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. I have more sports stuff. It sounds like you do too.
We just move along. Right here. And do you want it to be brought to us by Ownwell?
Oh, I was checking in on my Ownwell portal just last night. They've already filed my protest, so I didn't have any money due. I went to ownwell.com/thedumbzone. They saved me a ton of money last year. I looked at my protest last night, and I thought this was kind of funny. You can see there on the screen that you can look at when your protest was created. Mine this year filed on January 6th.
Oh, okay.
Oh, mine too.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, this is
the day.
National Protest Day.
Well, apparently it was at Ownwell. And they started the process of saving me money, just like they have dozens of our listeners. There's no reason not to try this. 86% of people save money. The other 14% don't pay anything. You're also getting an industry high level return as far as what the people at Ownwell are able to save you. You're paying less than the industry standards. It all starts at ownwell.com/thedumbzone. Get your protest on the good kind at ownwell.com/thedumbzone. You know what? I want to start with a football one real quick. This is kind of a viewer mail, but it's Sam Darnold related. This comes to us from our business attorney, Dustin. He's a Vikings fan, and I thought he had an interesting perspective on the Sam Darnold trade. Let's see if I can pull this back up here. Here we go. He was great for the year we had him, but his final 2 games were the worst. You could tell the pressure was getting to him. Literally every pick was costing him millions, and he couldn't handle it. So imagine year 2 with a highly drafted rookie on the bench to me, it's a theory why we should have just franchised him was always flawed. I think he needed an actual contract for him to have the stability to play with confidence. It's not like they didn't try. They tried to keep Daniel Jones, but he left to take a deal with the Colts that gave him a better shot at starting. So I get what the front office was doing. This is a franchise that's essentially not had a franchise guy since, what, Fran Tarkenton? Even when we tried with Culpepper, injury, Ponder, sucked, Bridgewater, injury, it never worked out. Everyone around him is also Rands. Randall Cunningham, Jeff George, Brooks Bollinger, Brad George, Sam Bradford. Even Cousins was good, but literally won nothing. At some point, you need to draft a guy, not just someone, but the guy, and they thought they had that in McCarthy. First year was rough. We'll see what happens, but I get why they wanted a cheap rookie and to build out the roster around him. The drafting and free agent signings were the mess up. That's why this GM is gone. It's not based on Darnold alone. So those were people we were thinking about after the Super Bowl. Just like, what are they thinking about this? And I've always kind of understood where they were coming from. Just because it depends on what your objectives are.
Well, it's also your ability to evaluate talent.
In McCarthy?
Yeah.
Yes,
like,
but
I've been watching that Aaron Rodgers documentary, not finished yet, but kind of the same thing for Green Bay to say, I really, man, this guy on scout team, like Parcells would say about Romo. Like, and he had the skins and the confidence to say, I will bench what I thought, I don't know if Bledsoe's in the Hall of Fame, but when he retired, he had, or at that time, wasn't he in the top 5 of passing yards all time, that kind of thing. Seemed like a Hall of Fame quarterback. Or borderline, and to bench him for a guy who was undrafted a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So, but
massive swing.
Yeah, the McCarthy thing is, not the same because it was a very high draft pick, and you put a lot. That's a huge investment to put into somebody, and it takes a lot of balls to just bail from that for Sam Darnold. I also like in there when he said you wanted to get his opinion was give him a contract for stability to play with confidence. I love that bit. I mean, I wish I could have used it somewhere along the line because I love it in sports. That's why he's just too nervous. It's his contract year. Oh, I thought that guy played his ass off because it was contract year. Like different guys, we can just
I would maybe
put
try to
whatever label
put the quarterback nuance on it. Like, I do think a quarterback knowing that it's their team has to have some level, but that's kind of like the coach argument, right?
It's exactly like the coach. I can't coach on the last year of a contract.
Right,
These guys won't know whether to listen to me.
Yeah.
Which is bullshit because most players are on the last year of their contract in theory, right? You can cut them. You can get rid of them. They're all playing for next year. No one's really just doing this because this coach I know he'll be here next year, so I better listen to the coach.
Yeah, so I thought that was an interesting email. And then somebody followed up also with just trying to find a place for Darnold in history. Just wondering, but is the closest representation of this Seattle team with Darnold, the Flacco-driven Ravens, both great defenses with a mid-QB that did just enough to win.
Collinsworth brought it up during the game.
That's right. So what I did was went and looked. I used my little AI thing and asked it a couple of questions.
Sumer Sports.
Dude, here's the thing. Joe Flacco was awesome in that playoff run.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
The playoff run.
The elite
not like
conversation.
Career or the year.
No, not career.
Yeah.
And I have
Just
some
that
stuff
year.
for you on that.
Yeah.
That playoff run would rank as the either best or second best playoff run by EPA ever. It's right there with Mahomes from 2023. Wait, no, what? That's the improvement. That's what I looked up. Okay. Darnold this year had the third largest improvement from his regular season, game-to-game production to the playoffs. Darnold finished third ever. Flacco's year would be number 1 by a mile. If you look at his regular season to his postseason, just like the biggest jump, and it's double what Darnold's was. The only other one that was the 2023 Mahomes was the year that he wasn't very good during the regular season and then went nuts in the playoffs. But, yeah, you'll have – I mean, Drake May just finished with the fifth largest decline from regular season to playoffs for a minimum 3 games. But I don't know. I think I forget how good Flacco was in that run. Like, Darnold was pretty good.
Like, what was his yardage a game and all that? He was –
Well,
it was just way more than
just
he ever
going
had.
from leading the league in turnovers with 20 to playing such clean football in the playoffs. That's where you start.
11 touchdowns, no picks.
Yeah.
About 260 yards a game, 1 fumble, but he was dealing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I think of him closer to Dilfer and Brad Johnson and whoever else than balling out. He balled out.
I think of him as one of those guys as a quarterback, but then I do know that I do have a memory of like him going nuts. Like he played way above where he had ever played in his career for one 4-game stretch.
Yeah. The numbers bear that out.
But he also had a great defense.
Sure, and Seattle did too. It's just being able to put that together for 3 or 4 games. It's special.
Got a little Mavs for you.
I hope you do.
Tim Collishaw not done. As he tweeted a link of to a Mavs story written by Brad Townsend. He's their Dallas Morning News Mavs beat reporter, and he says in the tweet, here's a Mavs story from Brad Townsend that isn't, and isn't is in all caps, that isn't vague in detail or murky in substance.
He's the best.
And I feel like we are firing more shots or subtweeting Mark Stein again.
Without a doubt.
And I love it. Why not, right?
No,
media
yeah,
fight.
I agree.
Let's have a media fight.
I agree.
Let's get Jared and Ted Emrich to really say what they think about each other.
I got to be honest with you, and I've never told him this. I probably never will. But when you're an alkie like me, everybody who's quit is a hero to you. Like you're like, oh fuck, they did it. I can do it. But Tim was a big one for me because he still generally seemed to kind of be an asshole. And I was like, I don't want to lose my sauce, I don't want to lose my my fastball. A lot of people I talk to in recovery seem really good.
You're now saved, and you're I'm gonna dedicate my life to helping others.
We talked to Tim, and he's still throwing at people's heads, and I'm like, all right, there's a chance.
So I think that first of all, read that article, and basically it's, hey, even Mark Cuban is saying, I don't think this is a thing.
That was weird.
People ask me all the time.
In fact, points to the Dumonts, who put out a statement that says the Dumont and Adelson families remain fully committed to the Dallas Mavericks franchise and to the Dallas community. They remain focused on building a championship organization for the long term. The team is not for sale, and the families look forward to expanding their ownership stake over time. And the clear, easiest way to expand your ownership stake is to just look at the contract and take advantage of provisions in the contract when they bought the team. Apparently, their contract gives them the option to buy more of Cuban's stake. So he has 27% still in the franchise, and they're allowed to buy 20% more, whittling him down to 7% if that is their want. So I read that, and I'm thinking, you can get stuff in writing in a contract that you want to happen in the future. So clearly, Mark Cuban, I've always thought one of the smartest people I've ever met, is when he came out and said he will still run basketball operations. He knew that wasn't true. Like he's a guy that knows why I don't do handshake deals, right?
I don't know that he knew it wasn't true. I believe that these people with a lot of power are able to delude themselves into thinking, I'm going to be able to pull this off. I don't need it in writing. I'm going to be able to insulate I just think he got beat. But even if he
I mean, I go back to.
I think he believed it but even if he deep down didn't believe it, he wasn't going to let anybody know that he was on his way out. Hell, I find it very funny that in the weeks after Nico was let go, Cuban was back. It was like Cuban's advising Dumont. He's back in the driver's seat.
Back in the room. Right.
Where was he around the trade? He was nowhere to be found. You think he's getting ready for the draft? Like he just was back in the news when Nico was fired. And then I really haven't heard from him since then. Didn't hear about him being involved with the trade at all. The AD trade. I don't know. It's really strange. But I did hear Stein say on DLLS that since that got posted, and I'm like kind of thinking Pizzagate here, like connecting all the dots. Is there something else going on? Stein says that after that report, the number of people he's been contacted by with interest in buying the Mavs has only grown, and said this has been a big thing rumbling in Dallas and in Maverick circles for a while. That doesn't mean the Dumonts would want to sell, but it does mean that there are a lot of rich dudes in this town with massive egos who would love to be viewed as a savior.
Right.
And like I heard Junior saying this morning, there's no way that Cuban would ever want to be known as the guy who sold a team for $4 billion and then bought it back for $6 billion. Like, well, you would just be known as the worst businessman of all time. But you know what else you would be known as in Dallas-Fort Worth? Jesus Christ. If you bought the team back from them, and even then, God forbid somehow you bring Luka
almost
back.
Especially, though.
It's almost worth $2 billion because people will feet you for the rest of your life.
I was going to say, especially if you paid more than you sold it for. It's like, that's how much he cares about us.
It's like a biblical story of like, I will sacrifice for the... Now,
it's too late, dude.
I would say that you'd be sacrificing for mistakes he made.
Yes.
But if he could sell it to himself as, like, this just went sideways and only I with hero complex can save it. And if it's not him, I think what Mark is saying is that it might be someone else. I don't know. I know that they can make a lot of money, but TC made the point to me the other night. It is undeniable this is a bad experience for them. Owners do like people to think that they're cool and that they're the reason why things are good. And he's never
I'm sure
going to
he
get that
enjoyed
here.
being at the Rotary Club or wherever he had those comments about.
Oh, yeah, big man.
Yeah, oh, they're inviting me to speak.
But nobody's doing that now.
Because I run the Mavs.
So I do think it's very, very unlikely that they get out for any reason other than finances 5 years from now if they can make a buck on it. You know, they hired CAA apparently, which is a Rick Welts move for sure, to pilot the new arena thing. But I do think that Cuban would get this out there for no other reason, this is my Pizzagate thing, than to get other people interested and to just have some buzz around the idea of, you know, you could probably get them.
So that's a question. Because the odd thing about this rumor getting out there is that the Mavs have been the most effective at being a secretive organization. They sold it and we didn't know. Don't you think you'd hear rumblings somewhere?
Yeah.
Somebody's going to get wind that Cuban's actually talking. Like, they just all of a sudden announced it. We just sold it.
Yeah. There was never
the Porzingis trade. We didn't know. The Kyrie trade. We didn't know. And clearly, the trade. No one knew. You know, there was no hint about it because if there was, it wouldn't have been made. And then Cuban selling it too for less than market value, what people said. Just like the Luka trade, right? It was kept quiet. And that's, well, we at the time had the opinion that, well, it's because he is going to retain basketball control. We listened to a podcast. Was it Windhorst or somebody was saying, Windhorst, that there's such a thing called the control share. Mm-hmm. Maybe McMahon was saying that, like that the owner of the Golden State Warriors did a similar thing, sold like more than 50% of it, but kept the control share. Like there's one share of the stock that actually means I control the company. It probably just means you can write it in a contract.
It's like being player one You're the only one that can back out to the menu.
Should have been in Succession.
The control share.
Along with Proxy Bid.
It's all very Succession.
Yeah,
hell, that's another thing we were talking about the other night. You know, they have another son who's like into basketball.
Who?
The Adelsons. She has an actual son, an Israeli son who like runs a team in Tel Aviv. He's basketball man. He was the one who interned for Cuban some years ago. I'm hoping Kendall Roy steps in. And I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going to happen. It's really weird. This story is very strange.
Did you see Donnie Nelson's name attached to one of the groups?
No, that's for buying a team in Italy, I want to say, that Luca is buying with him.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Donnie Nelson's around.
He's been around the last few months.
Like, there's a lot going on that we have no idea about.
Could we book David Beeler or Donnie Nelson first?
I think we could have David Beeler by the end of the show.
Okay, well.
Don't you
how
feel
many times
like
does the guy have to say it?
He could be sitting right here next to me on the couch.
Didn't you say he's a car salesman or something?
We just got to buy a Subaru.
I'm not buying a... Of course, because I would be going to Fair Lease.
Right, you would lease your Subaru. Fair Lease can get you any vehicle you want.
Any vehicle you want, fairlease.org. That's how you start the process.
Oh, we're just sliding right into that?
Nicely
Okay,
done.
cool.
Of
How
getting
smooth
yourself
is
a new
this?
vehicle. They'll
Yeah.
bring it right to you. Bring it to your enemy's house, and then you could drive over there and get in it at your enemy's house. I actually just learned a lot about how Fair Lease works, and it's very, very cool.
I was going to ask you, what's the deal with, like they always say, they're owned by the Credit Union of Texas, and that's better. Why?
It's better because that whole bit when you go to buy a car, lease a car, and the guy gets up and he says, I got to go talk to this person, that person. I got to call them. They don't have to call anybody. They are the bank. They're cutting out the middleman. You can get a better rate. They're more flexible with their rates. It's a community-owned dealership, community-owned bank. That's what you get at Fair Lease. You're not as boxed in, trapped in your leasing agreements. You may think leasing is not for you. They offer mileage limitations that are much higher, much, much higher than I expected. And then for the commercial side, there is no mileage cap at all. Go to fairlease.org, click Request a Quote, and then select the Dumb Zone on the How Did You Hear About Us page that pops up there. That's Fair Lease.
Let's do some mail.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, wait a minute.
Sent to us by our viewers. Viewer mail. bracketdan@hotmail.com. And then you'll probably be like, yeah, I couldn't find Blake or Jake's email. That's the most common emails that I get are people that don't want to talk to me. They just want to talk to Blake and Jake.
They just want me to unblock them.
Have you done that a lot to people?
Unblock them?
Yeah, because I remember when we first started this endeavor, you said you will unblock anyone who
I've
follows
unblocked
us.
a lot of them.
Yeah, if
I
they
haven't-
subscribe.
I think I've only blocked one guy post-sobriety. I don't do it anymore.
Soft.
I know. No, wait, what? I'm confused.
David wanted to. So a lot of these are follow-ups on things we've been talking about, but he says in response to Blake's concern over a couple of adults making out at the nursing home. Remember you saw that at Grandpa's nursing home?
I don't
Kissing
have
on the couch?
concern. Yeah.
No, I feel like it was quite concerned.
No, I would love if they were doing it in front of me. I was just saying the other residents were taking offense.
Blake wanted to join in.
Offer a thing or two.
I got a call from the facility my mom was at a couple of years ago. While doing bed checks, they found her in another patient's room having sex with him.
No way.
Good for her.
Slut.
I love it.
I laughed and thought good for her. Then I realized, with her dementia,
Oh, no.
She can't
I
consent.
was going to have to ask her about it to make sure she wasn't being taken advantage of.
Oh, no.
God.
So I asked her.
Oh.
She was upset that the facility told me about it, and she just told me she wanted it to happen to clear her head.
Whoa.
I will say she was more lucid during that conversation than she had been in months.
He knocked the cobwebs off that
Post
thing.
nut clarity.
I say, let them bang.
Of course.
That's from David.
Heck yeah.
That's very good. That's very good. This is going to be the video, Clayton, from Alec. This is something we've been talking about a lot. I've actually referenced this specific email multiple times, but this goes back to the girls on TikTok and Instagram that are posting very sad life updates followed by subscribe here for spicy content.
Yeah.
He found the video, so I just wanted you guys to actually see it. Play it. Here you go. This is I think this is his you see the can you pause it? Oh no, it just went through, but you can get the idea here. There was the first photo was a black and white photo of a woman holding a stillborn baby. In the hospital bed. You can see it come up here. Oh dear. Missing my angel baby so much today. 2 months ago, lost him. Maybe not. Yeah, I guess stillborn. And then just immediately when it plays through, it goes over to just a cutesy photo, kind of messing with my hair, then a titty photo.
All right.
It's hit me up for more. It's a real thing, boys.
It's an attention grabber. God.
It is. A couple weeks ago, this comes to us from the great Bankhead of Grady's crew. A couple weeks ago during the Buffalo-Denver playoff game, pretty heated debate broke out in our group chat over hook and ladder or hook and lateral.
Right.
I mean, realistically, it has to be lateral. Just because I don't understand, unless there's some kind of a tradesman's thing for when you hook this onto your ladder that it.
I think what it is a one of those things where it is as he says, a colloquialism that is just formed over time, and now you just say hook and ladder.
Right.
Is that what you go with on the air?
Oh, so ladder is actually short for lateral?
In this case,
L-A-T-E-R.
No, it's just, it's another abbreviation, which you love. Exactly. I've always said hook and lateral, and that I think it was probably drilled into me early on. You know, you use, it's not hook and ladder, it's hook and ladder. Like, who cares? People know what you're talking about, but because it's a lateral, that's kind of what I've gone with. But I don't think there's anything, I'm not upset when I hear somebody say hook and ladder in that situation.
You know, this would be a good conversation for Berline.
Just to see what he says?
Yeah, we need to have
Football with Berline?
Yeah, it's just an old-timey.
Book him.
It's an old discussion. What does this mean? You know, does Berline have thoughts on hook and lateral? Hook and ladder.
Sure he does. He was in that Bo Jackson video that's been going around.
Huh?
What's this?
Bo Jackson suffered like a pretty severe concussion in a game, and so much so that when the play was over and they told him he had to leave the field, he ran to the wrong bench. And then when he got back to the other side, apparently the concussion protocol back then was you had to answer what do you do on this certain play? I could show you got your memory working. And he couldn't remember this. He couldn't remember the day, the month, the year, whatever. And he said it wasn't until Steve Berline said, when is payday? He said, Monday, that they let him back in the game.
I love it. Lance Forehead, who had a sit-in where he botched his closing remarks.
No, that's y'all's fault.
Followed up with a couple good things I like here. Good bit. A kid came by the house selling squares for the college football playoff final as a fundraiser for his U10 baseball team.
Wow.
Would much rather spend money on a chance to win money than buy a stupid discount card or tins of popcorn I don't want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess they do raffles and whatnot also, but that's a
great.
That's a very creative.
That's much having a party, maybe a little sauced up.
Yeah, I don't need 10% off at random chain.
Do we know any kids that are 10?
Yeah, lots of them.
Could we send them out to try and sell sponsorships?
Hey, lacrosse season's underway for my daughter.
We're raising money for so we're trying to send. No, we're selling them. You got to subscribe to the Dumb Zone.
Okay,
and then you'll be in a lottery to win something.
Door to door.
But we're using This is why they did it for us, right? The heartstrings of you're gonna.
Yes.
You might talk to a 10-year-old.
Yeah, it's a shield.
If Jake knocks on your door, you're
calling
out
the
blinds.
No chance.
Yeah.
Neighborhood, all the neighborhood
The Ring cameras.
doorbells.
Yeah, that's right. They're all converging, and
We'll be reviewing the To Catch a Predator documentary later as a tie-in to why maybe. And Lance also had a great unrealistic movie act. This is something that's totally illogical, but something I've always wanted to do. That is throwing a whiskey glass into a fireplace.
Oh, yeah.
and the fire grows
John-
10x.
Said John Dutton in
Disgusted
Yellowstone.
or-
Yes.
Why? I have no idea why anybody ever does that, but it's a pretty good one.
I
Thank you
actually
to Lance.
I have one for you. Wrote it down, and of course, it has to do with announcing or play-by-play. It just struck me during the ice storm. We did a Mighty Ducks marathon, and so you get to D3 when they're going to college or whatever it was,
Boarding school.
and exact boarding. That's right, high school, boarding school, and you have the kid announcer who has both a headset mic and a stand-up mic.
Excellent.
They doubled up. It makes no sense to you. Don't need both. On top of that, if you remember the Titans, among other sports movies, the public address announcer in the stadium just doing full play-by-play.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I mean, that's a huge one across many movies. That would never be done.
Never done a game in Paris.
The broadcast
Really?
setup of it in any
Really?
movie.
They do that?
And the Colony.
Oh my God.
As an engineer trying to get a good crowd mic, and the guy's just, carry by Williams for 7 yard, tackle by Williams, 2nd and 6.
Stop talking.
The Cougars are driving.
Jeez. That's awful.
Yep. I agree. I've got one. Actually, a couple. This is from RB. Tell Dan my best friend got a clean bill of health from his doctor and then passed away a week later from a heart attack. He advises get the calcium heart test for $50 at the hospital.
Too many tests. Why don't they just tell you the ones you need? He'll pay whatever you want. Just tell him what he needs. You shouldn't have to find out about this stuff from email.
Well, he says get the calcium one.
I've done that.
The calcium test?
Years ago, because I saw somebody like on Letterman. It was like Mike Myers or one of those guys. Maybe the Garth, whoever that is, and Dana
Carvey.
Somebody was like, "Yeah, I went in, got the calcium test. I was like 98% blocked, and they said if I hadn't done this or whatever. So then I got the calcium test, and I'm kick ass. They said,
Nice.
You got nothing. You're fine. You have the heart of a horse."
You could drop dead though, man.
And the penis
something
of a
else of a
mosquito.
horse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then did you say you could give them some calcium?
I'll give you calcium.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll give you some white stuff. Is calcium always
Gross.
white?
God.
I'll interrupt with a gummy thought while we're talking about calcium.
Could it be brought to us by earlybirdcbd.com?
Oh, how perfect.
Use the promo code DUMBZONE20 and you get 20% off, even if you've used our old codes. Earlybirdcbd.com is essential for creating gummy thoughts.
It is.
Or for swimming around in gummy thoughts. I'd say the end of the day. Best time, in my opinion. IMHO. IMBO.
Dumb Zone 20.
What's the B?
Black. In my black opinion, right? LM.
What?
BAO.
What?
Laugh my black.
In my black opinion.
So, yeah, earlybirdcbd.com. It has THC in it. You got to know that. Some people are like, yeah, sweet. That's who we're talking to. Others are like, because your job tests for THC, and you can't take earlybirdcbd.com. That's why it's better.
That's why it's better.
THC.
And it's why I'm asking, and this was an issue because I had some dietary restrictions on the lead up to my surgery. You pee out milk, right? Obviously. Like you drink milk, that's going to turn into pee.
Yes.
Boy,
Okay.
yeah, what on that drop?
But not, I mean, it turns it.
What if
it's not white.
What if you just ate,
the way you phrased it.
What if you just ate vanilla ice cream? How's that coming out? Isn't that just frozen milk?
Yeah?
Chat's going to love this.
God.
I'm asking you a question.
Yeah, keep going.
Parts of it are probably going to
Keep
So
cooking.
your solid waste and parts are going into your.
But I mean, how much? We don't know.
Why would we? What?
Well, because they
benefit
were
would
saying, they were like, okay, we want to make sure you don't have any, you got to have everything out of your stomach. Stop eating.
Oh, did you have to fast the night before?
Yeah, but not like a crazy amount. But they were like, the earlier you stop eating, the better. You can drink liquids all the way until 6 hours before the surgery.
Oh, so can you eat ice cream at?
Which column does it go in?
Is it a liquid or not?
I'm serious. Don't look disgusted,
Yeah.
Blake. That's a real question.
Don't worry about what I'm doing over here.
It's not a bad question.
What a live gummy thought right here.
Did you not ask anyone there?
No, I mean, I kind of
later?
just played it.
When you got home and said, I need to have some early bird CBD.
Yeah, I didn't ask him there. It might have been the night before. But and then the other one is my wife was out of town and I was by myself.
Oh, yes.
So I was ordering I ordered food 2 times, which is you got to be careful. It's very expensive. And because it's very expensive, I just want to let everybody know it's probably a move you're familiar with, but if you're paying that delivery charge and you're paying that tip, are you familiar, like, from your drinking days, Dan, with a floater? That's like when you go get a margarita and you're like, hit me with the floater, and they'll put an extra shot of tequila on the top.
Oh.
Like, whatever drink you're ordering, there's always a little room at the top. Like, Julie's a big Margan floater.
Oh, I was going to say, maybe all the guys in rehab are more familiar with this.
I'd not heard of it. I'd not heard of this.
This play. So
The floater.
Have more alcohol than I.
Okay. So you hit the extra protein or whatever you're ordering?
I order another item. Like, if
there
I'm
you go.
ordering something out, I'll order one small, like, lunch-type item for the next day.
There you go. That's
so
smart.
that if it's like, oh, this was $35, I don't feel so bad because I have another item. Because you're already paying. This is why you don't order pizza for one person, right?
Right.
The charges don't work out. But if you're going to pay for delivery, get you something you can eat tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Make it worth your time.
That's the food floater. Brought to you by Gummy Thoughts.
Then you drop a
Or
food
by Early
floater
Bird
later,
CBD. Hey.
whether it's ice cream or not.
Hey.
So I had Gummy Thoughts sent in just the look at the year 1990 to 2026 is 36 years. And then 36 years prior to 1990 was 1954. So this is kind of Gummy Thoughts because... Okay. So obviously things are changing less slowly in a sense. Like 1954 to 1990. 1954, my mom's 4 years old. If you're watching a TV show like Friends, like what's TV in 1954? Music, it's pre-Beatles and everything. You probably have like a big band song is the number one song in the land.
On AM radio.
Yeah. And then up to 1990, I mean, it's just so exponentially changed. But then you can look back at 1990, watch an episode of Friends, and you're like, oh, that looks kind of like today. As one person pointed out, except for the fact that people on mid-jobs can afford huge apartments in Manhattan.
Those are grandma's.
Huh? Oh, that's how they explained it?
Yeah, it was still in her name.
Okay. Rent control or something?
Yep.
All right.
Nice.
That's definitely what
So
that
they
was
thought of it.
intended for.
So they thought of it.
Blake knows the canon.
Also,
But-
if you drive for IPS, you can get a totally hot wife. He's funny. Get over
And they
it.
lived in Queens.
Yeah, sure.
Which is super affordable.
But you think of it too. Okay, so things changed real rapidly, and you even think of like 1900 to 1950 or whatever.
The
now we got
quickening.
a million planes in the air, and then we had none. Like whatever, we're on the moon, all this stuff. So things were happening real crazy, and now it's actually kind of slowing down to where culture and everything. But for a weird little period, this is my own Gummy thought now. You're in the 1880s and to 1980. Whoa! That's Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future 3 showed that's ridiculous. So now, go back to 1200 and 1300. Probably the exact same. Right? There wasn't 1200 and
This is a logarithmic
Six-
expression, right?
200 and 700. I'll bet they're pretty much the exact same. Yet during this one little 100-year period, it changed incredibly. But now we're slowing down again to where things are kind of the same as they were in 1990.
Yeah, I tell that to the AI doomers.
I was going to say,
Well,
here's the
there's
problem.
AI, there's internet
that's the
and
issue.
stuff,
The
but,
problem is
but
that
just
yesterday, the
culturally,
newest version of
clothes-
AI threatened to blackmail its
Right.
programmer by exposing his extramarital affair if he threatened to shut it off.
Fantastic.
That's a real thing?
Dude,
It can't be.
the stuff from yesterday is, I stopped reading it. I was just like, no.
Yeah.
All right,
no.
well,
But no,
again, it's a gummy thought.
But I
so
also,
doesn't have to be
you're
totally
100% correct. And that's why we read that wait but why thing at the ticket at one point, right? It's not linear. At some point, we entered the logarithmic improvement where the difference between 5 and 10 is not the same as 10 and 15. But at the same time, I kind of feel like since the iPhone and since maybe like Twitter and social media on your phone,
15 years or so, yeah.
we're kind of in the same spot.
Yeah.
Like once you had YouTube TV,
That's what I'm saying.
or
Are we
something-
back to
I
like
know what you're
100
saying.
years from now? We'll be the same.
No, because they're all spending their time on that.
Right.
And that is, according to some people, going to ruin the economy by Christmas. So, there's a fun one. Speaking of a fun one, I assume I can read this on the show. Howdy, boys. I live in Aledo, and my neighbor went to high school with the chick that was banging Bobby Petrino.
All right.
Oh, the
wild hog.
The back of the motorcycle lady?
Story goes, her fiance, who was a strength and conditioning coach at Arkansas, found them at the lake house and was chasing them in his truck and caused Petrino to crash the motorcycle.
Wow. Would that be your play?
Fiance is totally cucked. After all that, went down and ended up marrying her, and he is a strength coach at blank high school now. Local.
No.
He's actually a nice guy. Parentheses, too nice, obviously.
Man.
And their daughter was on my daughter's softball team. He was our pitcher. When my neighbor told me who he was and his wife, I never felt so close to greatness. She's still hot, and she gave me a hat since I was a coach on that team. My neighbor said she was a slut in high school. Now you know the rest of the story.
Or you know the rest of the story.
Boy, hot
Wow.
and a slut? How great is that?
I got a little bit of a viewer mail extra for you here, okay? Got an email from a guy who said, I was driving through Houston and I couldn't help but notice that 95% of the billboards along 45 from like Spring through Webster are what?
Buc-ee's.
Very close.
Okay.
Legal advice.
Yeah. All right.
If you're driving on 45, it's lawyers. I have no idea why. I don't know if Houston has more wrecks. I think probably that the industries down there, there's a lot of injuries.
And there are a lot of billboards with bits, too.
So many bits. And I'd seen this one attorney duo before. So he brings it up. Just south of downtown, there's a legal practice called push and win. Push.
Yes,
the
I've
first
seen
guy's
this.
last name is Pusch.
Yep.
He a white man. And win, in this case, it was WYNNE.
Instead of NGUYEN, which would also have been very funny.
Well, that was the name of the firm previously.
Oh, wow.
Push had a falling out with Win, NGUYEN, and in their battle over the name, replaced him with a new partner who happens to have the last name WYNNE.
Wow.
There's a long article in the Chronicle in Houston about it. About how the old Win is like, you've got to rename this. And the judge is like, well, as long as they go out of their way to let people know it's a different Win. And it's apparently a big legal
great
controversy
workaround. Yeah.
down in
Great.
Houston.
That's great.
So that this guy doesn't have to change the name of his firm.
If we had hired Steve Hang as the producer of
Yeah.
the show, could we
Right.
have been the Hang Zone?
He signed off anyways. Houston is such a shithole.
Okay.
Do you think if the name of our show on the radio was the Jake and Dan Show, would you be able to say, no, we own that? You can't call yourself the Jake and Dan Show?
That's a great question.
Hey, thanks, man. Earlybirdcbd.com.
Yeah. Brady.
Dumbzone 20.
His name is Brady Boyd, so you knew he was going to have a message like this. Punching my dashboard this morning listening to Tuesday's Eppies. Steers are castrated young male calves. You cannot breed them. The kids will use the money for college and future projects. Most of the time, it is businesses buying these animals for tax breaks. So a kid at the Fort Worth Stock Show sold a cow for $500,000, and apparently somebody's just going to buy it so that they can write off $500,000 towards their ag exemption.
Brady Boyd sounds like an outside linebacker for Permian in the 1980s.
Yeah. Or someone that
Great
definitely
name.
knows we don't know anything about cows.
Yes. Great name.
Chad wants to follow up on World War II talk from Sven.
I thought that was an interesting story.
Yeah, about his dad who had to pick potatoes for the Nazis.
Yeah, and why Denmark hates Sweden?
He said, I have to throw a flag on his and his dad's notion that Sweden enabled the easy conquest of Denmark by the Nazis. If you look at a map of Denmark,
blah, blah, blah. What a dork.
You will notice two things. One, it shares a land border with Germany. Two, it has no land border with Sweden. The German invasion force was a combination of a land over their shared border and seaborne, with German forces traveling from their own coastal cities to invade the major islands of Denmark. While German ships did travel through Swedish waters with no resistance from Sweden for the invasion of Denmark and Norway, German troops were never in the country of Sweden and did not invade Denmark from Sweden proper. If Sven's old man wants to blame anyone for having to pick potatoes for 5 years under the boot of the Nazis, he needs to blame his own armed forces and government that surrendered to the Nazis in, now this is bold, less than 6 hours after invasion. Not 6 months, not 6 weeks, 6 hours. Somehow the French get tagged as little bitch boys who put up their white flag while the Danes fly under the radar as the biggest surrender merchants of World War II.
Wow, surrender merchant.
Damn.
Fire.
He signs off with, always have a promo to start the show, always play the extended version of the show theme on Fridays, and never punt. That's Chad.
Okay. You have to forward
Chad.
that along to Olympic Sven. Just know that if you need to get your Nazi sympathizer email read,
God.
it's Bracket Dan.
He's not sympathizing with the Nazis. He's just saying that
Somehow
he's
we were
ripping
talking.
Denmark, bro. If you're going to rip Denmark,
I don't want to rip Denmark.
it's just in comparison to Sweden and Norway, though. I mean, let's say you got to pick one. F1.
Okay.
Dr. Garrett weighs in on penis pumps. I don't really know why we were talking about that.
Were we?
A ski jumping controversy?
Boom.
Was it we were looking for a new sponsor?
We were.
That
yeah.
too.
We're available.
Game day doesn't take care of that for you?
GameDay.dumbzone.com. Actually,
They can shoot you the pee shot.
they
Okay.
actually can take care of that for you. So
Dr.
Help you
Garrett
cheat
says
at
that's
ski
why it was a
jumping.
hilarious joke that I said I would look for a different sponsor.
regarding Ted's
never
so
do
good
that.
at this. Regarding the blue pill and injecting wieners to achieve full rigidity. In med school, while dissecting cadavers of men that were older than the invention of Viagra, there were a few male specimens that had an implanted device that would provide an erection. A small pump, not unlike a Reebok shoe pump, was placed between the balls, and the man would squeeze it in order to pump a saline solution into his penis to cause an erection.
What?
I'm not going to embed a picture of it, but you can
Come
Google
on.
penile implant if you'd like a visual aid. This technology existed in the 70s and 80s. I had no idea.
Wow.
It's like the Austin Powers thing. It's a real thing. Can you imagine how shoddy getting an implant into your genitals in 1973 must have been? It's disgusting.
Imagine that, doctor, though. You're mad at yours.
Oh, my God, yeah.
What brings you in today?
Yeah,
Well, then
Put
boob
something in your
jobs went
balls?
bad too, right?
yeah.
Like the things broke.
A lot of them from back then.
Knox says his wife and I bought a house a few months ago. At some point with y'all advertising Ownwell, I realized, do we have to pay property taxes now? No one brought that up while we're signing documents or going through this process as young home buyers. How do you do it? Is it in the mail? I finally tried Googling to see what the amount is, and apparently the county website needed a, quote, property ID to look for my records. Don't know that either, so I guess we'll see what happens. Ownwell.com/thedumbzone, by the way. He says then, also as annoying as the doctor's office form situation is when you go to apply for a job on LinkedIn, you attach your resume PDF to the posting, and then they make you go to their company website and literally fill in the same information that's on your resume.
We're rife with redundancies. My last one here, I think, is from Joel the Brit. It's our regular Brit. Said I've
He's your
struggled.
least objectionable Brit?
I love this guy. And
Yeah, because you hate Brits.
It really makes me uncomfortable how much I like him, because I do hate his people. I've struggled with how to write this email, and first I want to reiterate my loathing for the guy who approached you in Spain and condescendingly asked you about eating McDonald's as the average Brit goes to Spain and behaves like the average spring break teen American when they go to Cancun. You guys remember that story?
Mm-hmm.
Guy came, how'd you come all this way just to eat at McDonald's? It's like, oh, dude, I'm starving. But like the girl who told you that people like you were the reason 9/11 happened, unfortunately, people like Blake, mad at a free trip to Brazil, are the reason that the smug Brit chastised you. I can't think of a better thing than an all-expenses-paid trip to South America. Plus, Dan and Blake would love how they drive down there. Speed limits are more of a guideline.
Yep.
So we're going to Brazil.
Yes.
Are we doing that trip?
And then in other news,
Boy, that'll be tough.
From Joel the Brit on sports, he says, to confirm a topic you guys spoke about, in the majority of the sports world, the owners are nowhere near any trophy celebrations. Typically, team captain lifts the trophy first, and then even the manager is kind of a side note. The owners and GM applaud from the sidelines. Tommy Boy should not be near our trophy. Joel the British DF, who is also American, I have papers, I promise. You have to tag all your emails to me with that now if you're a foreigner.
Mm-hmm.
I drove Jake today. Speaking of Dan and Blake driving. And I held back. Like, do you do this with your kid?
Oh, yeah.
Kid, no.
Oh, you just drive like a maniac?
Yeah, what does he know?
I know. Well, I guess once my kids started becoming conscious of, they could see the speed limit and they knew what it was, and
Yeah.
now they drive and stuff. Like, I don't want them to know who I really am. So
Yeah. He just knows, if I pass the 80 or the 90, it's like, oh, hey, we're going fast. But he doesn't know. Like, the speed limit could be 120 for all he knows.
But with Jake, we were in the fast, the whatever lane, the pay lane, and I could have gone around this guy who was literally doing 75 in the 75 miles per hour. He's like, well, that's the limit. I guess I can't go over the limit. And I'm with Jake, and I was just shaking the whole time while thinking in my head, if I pass him, we're going to inevitably come up to R.L. Thornton, and he'll be next to me. Like, it won't matter.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. Is
because we're all going to get bunched up in traffic.
He didn't pass the guy, and then we missed the first 15 minutes of the show. We were late because he didn't pass the guy.
No, I'm saying I was logically thinking in my head, and it's a battle within me. I know I'm wrong. I know passing this guy is wrong. And I should just sit there, and you helped me.
Thank
you helped me
You're
just be a
welcome.
better person, but I was shaking. Like, it was bothering me. Like, this
You're just pent up. Yeah, you're
asshole
bored.
is
Yes.
just, what are you doing? Why are we in this lane?
They're not doing
Why
anything
are
to
we paying?
you.
Are we paying for the privilege of just driving
look
the
at this.
exact posted speed limit? What are we doing here? And finally,
I have a follow-up about the Brazil thing. This from Riley. He says, consider looking up local customs on toilet paper and the lack of disposal via toilet.
That's most of the world, you idiot. Do you not know that? Most of the world, you wipe your ass.
Then
and
I don't want to go.
and you
We're
put it in a
going to
trash
be
can.
in the
If I
Rio
have
de
to
Janeiro
bag
Weston.
my own
Right.
shit, I don't want to go.
Like Ted said, he thinks he's in the favelas.
Like, we're not going to drive for the walking tour through the favelas, Blake. I was there for a month for the Rio Olympics. It's no big deal. It's awesome.
It's not worth that.
Come on.
Look, he's dropping his, who was in the Olympics?
Yeah, you're damn right, Dan.
All right.
The Dumb Zone. First trip to Yankee Stadium this year, and we're so glad that you're with us here on the field. I'm Ted Emrich, in for Jared Sandler, alongside Mike Bassick. Yes, it is a little chilly here. Temperatures in the mid-60s. We're in the shade as well. I would love one of these RSN pullovers. I'm just going to work with what I have. At least I'm not asking for a blanket like Jared did once upon a time.
Well, the great thing, Ted, is
you're listening to The Dumb Zone.
We'll never know what the great thing is that Mike Bassick was about to tell us.
It was legitimately chilly on that May afternoon at Yankee Stadium. But yeah, just went right over. Bassick said.
Bassick is focused on sports.
Yeah.
Have you ever, seriously, like...
Oh, yeah.
And I worked with Bob for a long, long time. And Mike Bassick is the most into sports person I've ever met. Like, more than Bob. I never thought I'd say that.
Yeah. Yeah. It checks out. All the off-air talk, it's... What do you think about this? He's awesome, man. He's really fun to work with.
I was surprised to see he's on the list of never Mavsers.
Is he not back?
Yeah. Like I saw him on Twitter proclaiming like he's just been out.
Well, that was some time ago, right?
No, it was like a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah. Like he's totally out. Totally.
He's got this Jordan Montgomery thing, though.
Yeah, but see the news in the morning?
What is
Sebastian
Josh Young
Walcott
dead or something?
Yeah.
Sebastian Walcott is having elbow surgery and will miss much of this season.
Ad Velo.
He's a shortstop.
On the throw from shortstop to first base.
I actually
very important.
I actually did know that, but only because I messed it up last time.
Who was it? Ellie Dedeker? Who has the real strong shortstop arm?
Ellie or O'Neill. They both do.
They're both. He's like them. He's tall.
Yeah.
I forgot one thing during viewer mail. Benjamin Harmon.
Good dude.
Sent us a gift to the den for us to take on our trip this weekend. It's first class mixed nuts.
Hell yeah.
Oh, nice.
Because Benji is our points guy that hooked us up with flights.
Not just any flights.
To spring training. Well, only the flight that would allow us to eat these.
We made it, boys.
I know.
Let's heat them up.
Dude, you guys are going to look over. There's going to be a towel on my eyes.
The only time...
You got the up Grizzy?
We're first class
Wow.
on Saturdays.
You got the up Grizzy.
But maybe it's only once I've ever been in first class.
I've only done it
well
once.
done.
Yeah, all points.
Was going to a fight back in the old day before 9/11. The ticket would send us. HBO would send a variety of radio stations from across the country to go see a fight in Vegas for free because they wanted to just promote HBO and so whatever. It was just spare rate. They would hit the ticket up and ask who wants to go. The hardline and musers were like, no. Why? I guess Chris Arnold used to take it all the time. And then that show ceased to be. So then Bob and Dan were like, yeah, I'll just do anything. Yes, let's go. And Bob was really fired up because it was a fight against, some guy against some guy that I didn't know. I knew one of the guys generally. And then we'd go to the fight. That's where we got to interview the Sopranos because it also coincided with the season 2 of the Sopranos opening on HBO. So we got to go to a very exclusive Sopranos party. Anyway, so one time Bob couldn't go. And so I went with Corby instead. And it was the most fun I've ever had in my life. Like if you think, Corby sounds like a fun guy, but then off the air, he's this. No, he is the same person. He's wild. He's fun. We got hammered on the flight. We were in first class because there was some ticket listener that would upgrade us. back then. Before 9/11, everything was a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
Just got hammered. I had never been in first class. I didn't know what I'm doing there. Like we were stuck on the runway or something in D.C. for like an hour. But we didn't. It was great. Didn't care. Went to like an HBO party. Met Conan O'Brien. Then when the fight, Corby talked me into. It took about a half second to talk me into scalping the tickets. And we each got a couple $100 for our tickets and just went out, met my buddy Joe, who now works for the Cavs, and just had a great night. Heard the Sports Princess. Back
Live.
then, she was working in New York at WFAN overnight. So, when we roll in at 3 a.m. or whatever, passing out in Joe's place, the Sports Princess was on the radio.
Kate Delaney.
And I would love to have her on this show.
We tried very hard.
Just to talk about the OJ interview.
He was she was my dad's boss at one time at KRLD. She was sports director. Yeah, she was sports director. Yep. I think it was after the time at the however long it was. I don't think it was very long at the ticket, right?
I don't know.
Remember.
I was never at the ticket when she was there.
Exactly. It might have been very brief, but yeah, she was in Dallas at KRLD. She was the sports director.
Was she the one? Would she do like Ranger post game?
I'm sure at some point.
Because I have a great memory of driving home from a Ranger game. Before kids used to go to a ton of Ranger games. Just because I had a press pass and I didn't want to go home to her. So I'm going to go to this Ranger game. So was listening on the way home to the post, and I'd stay the whole game.
Yeah.
Like, we change. Let's...
You
like
keep
that's
score.
why the ticket gives you a 5-year contract, right? They're like, and maybe this guy will be different. Like, that's what you got to do in marriage. And driving home, she had a poll question, and you would call in and give your answer to the poll question. So the poll question was, what would you rather be? Would you rather be a player, a coach, or like the GM of the Rangers? And
Awesome.
then like
line them up.
It was like her and Buzz or something crazy.
That sounds like an incredible segment.
And it was so they'd get a call 4, and it's like, well, all right. Well, I guess we're 100% still. Seems like everybody calling in. Okay. Should it be brought to us by Frankel and Frankel Personal Injury Attorneys? Where's my TiVo bed? I had a theme and everything. I'll find it. But Frankel and Frankel, they're the personal injury attorneys that you should call if you are on your way to Houston and you're being inundated with other advertisements. Those are fake.
On.
The Frankels are the best. They are located here in Dallas as well. When you give them a call at 214 or 817, then all threes, you'll talk to a partner, a very experienced gentleman as well in this field, so they can help you out. Just remember, boy, I was talking to somebody about this yesterday on Business Wednesday. It was like, well, how do you know? You see Frankel advertising on a bus. You might hear about them on, the Eagle. You might hear about them wherever. So it's weird because you're in this car accident. Your lungs are filling with blood. Mm-hmm. It's hard to talk even. Yep. And now I'm asking you to be lucid enough to remember where you heard about, like just remember it's the dumb zone.
That's very important.
If it's the last thing you ever do.
Don't say Pugs and Kelly.
Whether HBO,
no, that's only if you want a sandwich at Weinberger's.
That's right. Dude, so funny, too. My dad drove me home yesterday, right? We don't do a lot of that type of thing together. And I was like, yo, I want to grab an energy drink. I was like, I want to work. I'm going to get to work. So he goes into the gas station with me. It's the gas station I go to every day. And they serve food. But it's the same food that every gas station serves. It's the same menu.
Do you mean the rolling hot dog thing?
No, it's a specific menu that you'll get at like taquerias in Texas. You would know it if you saw it, if you're a frequent gas station eater.
Well, Al Pastor.
Starts there.
Yep.
Okay.
And they've got the same breakfast menu. And my dad is like, this place looks amazing. I was like, it's good. I was like, it's the same as, I was like, there's one, 2 streets over has the same thing. He's like, they got a quesadilla. I'm like, I know. He's like, have you had it? I'm like, this is, and he leaves my house and he's like, I'm coming back.
Not to see your kids.
No. For the Philly.
All right, TiVo talk. I just have one thing I wanted to get into. I am trying to get through that Aaron Rodgers documentary.
The episode that starts the morning after they take ayahuasca is pretty great. He's kind of just sitting there looking all hippie and talking about how they had an experience together.
Okay, that must be 3.
It's good.
So I think I'm midway through 2.
It probably is 3.
I'll say this again later, but like the Aaron Rodgers documentary, at first you're really turned off. Like, oh, okay, I don't need to hear this guy. But then he starts to like talk football, and it's incredible. Like he really can suck. Like he's a brilliant guy.
Yeah,
and it's amazing to hear
savant.
People who are brilliant talk about their process of why I'm throwing it here on this particular play. It's. I'm very interested in it. Anyway, was also interested, and maybe because it was I was listening to a little IJB a couple weeks ago, but I heard somebody mention this. There's a To Catch a Predator documentary. So I did what you always do. I'll go to Just Watch. That's an app that searches all my streaming services and says which one it's on. That didn't help. I don't know. It's so hard. Is this an old man? Should I stop talking? All right.
I'm not going to say anything. I agree that
I found it.
It could be cleaner, but
Eventually I found it. To Catch a Predator. The worst is when you're like, hey, you got to see that new Kanye doc. And then they're all on the same. They're all on Apple TV, but there's like 4 of them. Like which what?
So this one's called Predators, and it's on Paramount Plus.
I loved it.
It's fantastic.
Great documentary. They clearly it's about the TV show To Catch a Predator and the controversy surrounding it.
Yeah, and I was a huge fan of that show at the time, obviously. I'm in college. It's so funny. You're like, oh, look at these dirtbags. The guy who's making this documentary also grew up watching it. He was a victim of sexual assault as a child. And he said that the reason he watched the show was he was always interested in the part where Chris Hansen would say, why'd you do it? And his conclusion was the TV show was never really interested in answering that question. And it is wild, dude, to go back 20 years and watch Chris Hansen go on Oprah or Kimmel, and they're just playing clips of it laughing about the guys. They're like, look, he came back. He came back. What an idiot. And Oprah's like laughing. And Kimmel's like, well, and even Jon Stewart, lefty lib Jon Stewart is like, anything you got to do to put these guys in jail, might as well just execute them. And that's how I thought at the time, too, I'm sure. And I'm not saying that now I want to let the pedos walk free, but I do think that 20 years later, society in general probably has a little bit of a different understanding of sickness. And even Chris Hansen in some of his interviews back then was like, I do believe this is an addiction, and they're acting on compulsion. But the show, the controversy over the show was twofold. One, it was they were sort of acting extrajudicially. Like they would contact a police department and say, we'd like to work with you on this. And then the police department would say no, and they would still just show up and do it. They were kind of skirting the line of legality on a lot of this stuff.
Well, they're saying like, you weren't really telling the guy that you just caught his rights.
No, and he would just start talking. Start incriminating himself.
Would start talking based on you saying you were egging him on.
Right.
You were trying to, so yes, I am working hand in hand with the police department, which a lot of times he was. It wasn't always.
Right.
So like they are outside. They want him there. He showed up. They took pictures with him. They're like, this is great that you're coming to our town to do this. Probably because their budget isn't crazy, and
it's
now
helping.
Here's some TV money, and we're going to help you. We're guaranteeing you're going to catch 10 or 20 child predators. You don't want us in your town?
Yeah.
That's a bad look. We'll just let them run free. So, yeah. But you are working with them. So, in conjunction, they are signing off on you doing this. They're watching the video. They're waiting outside to when you're like, you're free to leave. Oh,
free to
cool.
leave.
And the guy walks out and he gets
Get the
tackled.
fuck on the ground.
Little excessive,
Way excessive.
perhaps, but they're not there for. But yes, so Chris Hansen, kind of acting as an interrogator for the police. He works for the police in this sense, and you do have to inform them that they don't have to talk, but he does not do that.
Yeah.
So I wonder if a
tricky
lot of
parts
those
in
they
there.
never really got into. Did they get cases thrown out of court because of that?
The one guy did say yes. One guy said, once I realized he was talking to them, this is going to screw me. He was a prosecutor. But then they got into, you probably have seen this, there's a bunch of different versions of it where people now just lure pedophiles online and then punch them. Maybe they'll lure them to like a grocery store.
I hate that.
Or like an arcade or something, and then they'll just try to like beat the brakes off of them. It's really gross. I don't know.
This
I know
is kind
that
of
it's
like
bad,
a different level of who's the guy that supposedly is a right-wing YouTube guy. I feel like hardcore right-wing or opening presence, really good for YouTube numbers. But the guy, and then he supposedly exposed the Minneapolis scandal, which was actually like there was a New York Times big expose on it a month prior. Like all this stuff was well known already.
Not to John Rocker.
Right, but it was well known in the world and in news, but not to a certain sect that get all their news from right-wing YouTube, I guess. And now it's like, oh, look, he exposed it. Well, he didn't expose that.
Yeah.
Same kind of a thing, I guess. Like he's putting on a Scoops Callahan hat, and I'm going out here and I'm going to make some. Well, you're not really. It's already been done.
Yeah.
It's already working on this. Same with these Predator kind of imitators.
And you learned that a lot of those people have been abused, like the decoy lady they use in the new. And the guy's name is Skeet Hansen.
Okay.
And
all right.
when he is talking to them, he does it in a Chris Hansen voice, but he's like, well, if you have nothing else to say, you're free to go. You've been skeeted.
No way.
Right, he's got to use his catchphrase.
He says you've been skeeted.
Oh.
And
Like
the guy sucks bad. But I got a shortened word out of this too, because they busted a guy. And then, the cops show up, and those guys are kind of weirded out by the fake To Catch a Predator guy. Like, what are you doing here? But anyways, now they're doing post-game.
That was some heavy shit. That was crazy. He said he's seen one of my videos before at some point. And he was laughing at it, laughing at how dumb these guys are.
What we do.
All right, lock in here, okay?
Said that
Dumb these guys are.
What we do, and I quote, is better than TCAP.
He did say that. I don't know if I can agree fully, because TCAP is
You can't
the OG, but...
TCAP.
Okay. To Catch a Predator.
Oh,
TCAP. Oh, come on.
And then Skeet
TCAP.
Hansen says, I don't know if we can go that far. TCAP is the OG.
He did say that. I don't know if I can agree fully, because TCAP is
You can't
the OG, but... I'm flattered by Eric's words.
Eric is in the back of a squad car, by the way, but...
Because they will lure them to like a hotel room.
Yeah.
And then be like, you've been skeeted. But his buddy, who's in the bathroom of the hotel room, once the guy gets in there, he's got to call the cops and be like, hey, we got a pedophile here.
Yeah.
Like, so they're not really working with the cops, but sometimes, though, this happened once too. The cops are like, look, we're pretty busy right now. We can't be there for like 40 minutes.
There you go. Okay.
And then they have to kind of keep him there. And they had one guy there that was like, literally, I mean, he was suicidal.
He was going to kill himself.
He's like, my whole life is over. I'm trying to go to college. Was that the sportscaster?
Yeah. He wanted to be.
Why are you looking at me?
Well, I mean, you're the guy who went to college wanting to be a sportscaster, and I thought you guys had a lot in common here.
God.
At least those things were in common, right? Did you or did you not go to college wanting to be a sportscaster?
I'm not answering your interrogation.
He's got you there.
Skeet McDowell.
You've been skeeted. But yeah, so now they've got a situation on their hands. Cops aren't coming. This guy says if when I walk out of here, I kill myself. They're thinking of, not all pieces of pub are good pub. This might not be good for us.
Yeah.
And yeah, then they had a mess on their hands.
And just the point of the show, though, just to sort of think about To Catch a Predator, like, according to most of the people they were talking to, the show was just for show. The stuff that the guys had done online was already illegal enough to arrest them. So, like, when they've got Dell or whoever their little decoy typing online and getting them to say, I'm going to come over, they could arrest them right then. They need them to come over to get the show.
Oh, and in fact, the big thing was the one time they were like, you know what, this is pretty good. Let's go to him instead. Do you know this?
No.
It's the one that ended it, or pretty close to ended it. It was in Johnson County, wasn't it?
Somewhere in Texas.
Yeah. It's,
is that Murphy?
Kaufman County sheriff killed himself in front of the tactical team as they were trying to come into his house.
It was like a local sheriff
Yeah.
was the guy who was saying to.
And they went to his house. That was wild, too, because they had, 20-year-old file footage of Chris Hansen in some neighborhood in Kaufman County, and the cops are out there, laughing about it. There's one lady cop that's
heard a gunshot.
Yeah, one gunshot in there, and she's laughing. She's like, I can't remember if he had said he wanted to poop on the kid or the kid to poop on him, but it was something weird. It's like, the guy's dead. It's just a trippy watch, man. Trippy watch.
So they were like, yeah, this is going to be good enough. We should go to – yeah, they had never done that before.
Yeah.
How about this?
TCAP.
Because I'm for inclusion. Do you know that?
Generally, I think the first thing somebody
DEI,
knows about you.
Diversity, I think that's all important. Representation. And I feel like predators are very racist. They're keeping this only to white males. There was not one, they didn't show one black guy.
I know.
Are black guys just too smart to drive to some location?
I don't think this is one you want to be. I generally think I know what you're saying, but once a month, there's a story of a 60-person sting where a bunch of people got arrested trying to pick up underage girls, and it looks a lot more like the normal crime blotter. I just don't think that they're doing. I don't know how they're doing it. Maybe they're. I don't know. Maybe it's just that these guys are
just
online.
White rural, white areas.
Yeah, I don't know.
Out in the country.
I don't know.
Because at least on the show, they were just showing all the a
lot of white
screen. It was all white, all white males.
Chris Hansen still does this bit now. He's got 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. And their last story that they did, because they sat down and talked to Chris Hansen, kind of got him on the run a little bit, and they're asking him about the last episode that his show did, where I guess this is illegal in Ohio, but it was an 18 and a 15-year-old.
Oh, this was from his YouTube show, yeah. Right, and the guy was like, well, if it was Michigan,
the neighboring state,
it'd be okay, but yes, it was an 18 and a 15-year-old, and
the kid wasn't allowed to live in the house with his little brother anymore.
Or was this?
Who was 9.
This wasn't the sportscaster. Was a kid who wanted? You're going to ruin his thing.
He was going to college.
He's going to college. He was trying to hook up with a 15-year-old.
He was going to his senior year actually, but he was an old senior, so he was 18 entering his senior year, and he had to drop out of school. He stayed in the house for a year,
and they ended up clearing his record, so his record is clear.
Yeah, but when you Google his name, but you know what I thought was awesome? Just a little chef's kiss was they interviewed Chris Hansen last, and the shot they used to end the documentary is Chris Hansen leaving, like the Predators would leave.
Oh,
so the guy says, "You're free to go." And then Chris goes, okay, you're free to go. And they never get up and follow up with him. It's kind of the filmmaker's a little bit making it about him.
It was a little dirty at the end.
Because he just kind of sits there and ponders, but they just film Chris going to the elevator. Then they go to the elevator cam. Then they go to the parking lot cam, and it shows him leaving. And it's supposed to be who's the real predator?
Into his car.
Yeah.
He has a driver.
Yeah.
I know.
Interesting. TCAP money.
They also showed them at.
He got his Blake to drive him.
He was speaking. Was Chris Hansen speaking, or somebody was speaking at a convention? It's called CrimeCon.
Yeah.
Which was just full. Like, it's like Comic-Con or something, but you're just into true crime and stuff. And
seriously. And because the guy up on stage was like, the only thing more powerful than law enforcement is you people out there. It was like people who solve crimes.
Yeah.
Like, what was the cat one?
Oh, yeah. With Luca. Wasn't the cat's name Luca or something?
Cat.
I hate cats.
Was that it?
Fuck cats.
Something like that.
You guys remember that?
No.
It's 2020.
Don't F with cats.
Yes, 2019-ish maybe.
Hunting an Internet Killer. That was a phenomenal documentary.
Yeah. Don't F with cats.
Well, anyways, TCAP.
Want to do some news?
Hit me.
Brought to us by Rag and Bone. You're a big Rag and Bone guy, are you not?
Yeah, show it off.
These are the most comfortable jeans I've ever owned in my life.
That's what the YouTube audience needs.
It's not even close. I didn't even know they made jeans like this. And you can get them with a little bit of a discount right now at rag-bone.com. You'll get 20% off your entire order with the promo code DUMBZONE. 20% off at rag-bone.com, promo code DUMBZONE. Tell them you heard about it here on the Dumb Zone. I'd kind of given up on jeans. You guys remember that famously.
At one point, I feel you were anti-denim.
Yeah, I was just out.
And now look at you.
They innovated.
Just skipping around.
They explored the space of denim. Rag-bone.com, Dumb Zone is the promo code for 20% off.
Here's Jake with the Dumb Zone News.
All right, where do we want to start here? This is a story that it's a couple weeks old, but it's just now becoming news over in these parts. This is the story of a British woman named Lucy Harrison. She was visiting her father in Prosper, Texas. She was visiting her father and with her boyfriend. Her dad was super stoked on Trump. And they got into a big argument about Trump. Her father, who was an alcoholic, who had been sober, I guess, according to him, for some time, that day drank a lot, got in an argument with his daughter, and he shot and killed her.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, that ends my next question was who won the argument? That's clear.
And at the time, this was...
Now, this is a case where I wouldn't want to be the one still alive. You know how it's like husband and wife, one of them dies.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'd rather be the one that's alive. In this case, I don't know that I'd rather be the father.
Okay, this actually happened January of 2025. This is only just now being reported on because in Prosper, the police decided we're good here.
What do you mean? Like
you had an argument in your home?
Something went a little wrong and
family dispute.
You're fine.
Yeah.
We're not
just a little dust up.
They didn't arrest the guy?
No.
For killing his daughter?
No.
What?
What's her name?
There's a photo.
I wasn't asking. Oh
Dan.
Hayden.
Dan.
I would have to arrest him for killing her for sure.
British, though.
That's why she's smiling with her mouth closed.
Okay.
So, yeah. Collin County grand jury decided against indicting him.
Oh,
it was
okay.
being investigated as a possible manslaughter, but no criminal charges were brought against him.
Wow. So why is this rearing its head again?
I don't really know. There's a BBC article about it yesterday or early, and I saw it popping around on the internet the last couple days.
Damn. So he's just been walking around.
Yeah.
With the knowledge that he killed his daughter.
Yeah. And he'd been to rehab. He was drunk. The officer who responded to the call said we could clearly smell alcohol on him. Like, I'm not...
It's because of the British coroner's report.
Okay,
That's
what do you
how,
got?
That's how it's according to.
Oh, they're just now doing it.
They are just now doing it, and they found that she was killed. Shocker, quote, unlawfully.
Yeah, well,
A finding that came after a Texas grand jury decided last year not to indict him.
Well, I guess a grand jury. That's different, right?
it is different.
It's not like they
It's just-
decided not to prosecute him at all.
Am I crazy to think that politics plays some level of a role here? Like if
Sure.
If this was the other way around, if
Right.
it was
Right.
she was stoked on Trump and
yeah,
he was stoked on
Bernie, then he
Yeah.
killed her.
I don't know.
It seems weird. There was a couple of lines from the fight in here. Apparently, this is like when there was a lot of Trump sexual assault type stuff in the news. I can't turn it off. I've tried a million times. I said I can't turn it off.
Answer it.
It's a spam risk. She
That's
said
just gonna encourage them
She
more.
said to her dad that morning, "How would you feel if I was the girl in that situation and I'd been sexually assaulted?" Her father replied that he had two other daughters who lived with him, so it would not upset him much.
Right.
Then she became quite upset and ran upstairs. Half an hour later, before they were due to go to the airport, her father took her by the hand, led her to a bedroom, shut the door, and 15 seconds later, they hear the gunshot. So
He apparently said in a statement that he lifted the gun to show it to his daughter and immediately heard a bang. I don't understand what happened, he said. He wrote in a statement.
Yeah. Yeah. A lecturer at...
Mistake.
Mistakes
They
were
happen.
made.
Just a little kerfuffle. That's all.
What was I about to say? Lecturer at Texas State suspended after he hopped on Facebook and started firing off comments. In particular, the comments that he sent to a very famous breast reconstructive surgeon, Dr. Divya Srinivasa, who has 275,000 followers on Instagram. But I guess she's like woke. And he just sent a bunch of stuff to her about how she hopes ICE deports, that she gets deported by ICE. She's a leftist whore. And then she, with her 275,000 followers, posts that and says, "It looks like this guy works at a place called Texas State University," and he was gone the next day. Yeah.
And then she proved him right.
He was a faculty
Only a
member.
leftist whore would have him.
That's true.
Fired.
This is funny. He was a faculty member in the Department of Organization, Workforce, and Leadership Studies. Not going to be working here anymore. I don't think you should get fired for saying that somebody you hope they get deported or calling them a whore.
I agree.
I guess if you work for a state university, you work for the government, there can be different laws, different criteria, but that doesn't feel like fireable to me.
I don't think you should be fired, but I also just don't think you should do it. Like you should post that.
Kind of just fun, right?
I know that's your new attitude.
Can't we have some fun?
Just kid stuff.
Jake's been hot on Twitter lately. Just getting in fights for fun.
I'm just
It's been
loving
awesome.
I'm just loving life.
Jake's back in a big way. This might be.
Yeah, this is the new year of Jake.
We were a month and a half in,
for real
and I
this time.
You just broke your arm.
pulled my calf muscle, got the flu, and broke my arm.
Can't stop
What
you.
a comeback.
Can't stop you.
I don't think
You're here.
anybody's calling this the year.
February
of
is
me.
never your month. Right? The Luca thing. Now this.
That it?
Dr. Divya in her Instagram bio, breast reconstructive surgeon, opinions and outfits.
Okay. I want that to be Dan's.
That's perfect for you guys. Opinions and outfits.
A student, an 18-year-old student at Dallas Baptist University, helped save a stranger's life in downtown Dallas Tuesday night. This happened over in the Oaklawn area. A man was unconscious on the sidewalk, needed his inhaler. But what he needed in that moment was CPR. And despite having never done so on a human, she did it and saved him. Do you guys know CPR?
I remember doing Annie, are you okay? Help, please call 911. Did you have to do that?
No.
Like you had to say that when you're laying there with the dummy.
Thought it was the Bee Gees, Staying Alive.
Yeah.
And now a Pink Pony Club, Chapel Roan.
That's a new one?
Yep.
For CPR?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we didn't do the Bee Gees. We had no rhythm. In Northeast Ohio, you're to the grindstone.
It's some old wives' tale.
You're just working on Annie.
Your hips don't move. Yeah, they just saw a guy lying on the ground with a crowd of people around him, and they run over, and she's like, I can do that. She's training to be a nurse.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well done.
Certainly, if there's a crowd of people, I'm not going to volunteer for that.
Oh, I don't think anybody was curious about that.
I've probably messed that up, though. Because they say, I don't know. I've heard, actually, you're not even supposed to do that anymore.
Because you could
break ribs and
stuff.
Can you give mouth to mouth? Would you do that?
Yeah, I knew that's where this was going.
Is mouth
Would you
to
do
mouth,
it to Ted?
Is mouth to mouth CPR? It's the same. It's part of it, right?
I thought is it?
Chest
So you got
compressions,
chest compressions,
and then you
and
to do it right, don't you have to like break someone's chest cavity?
Well, that's what I was just talking about.
That's what they say in the ER. If you're not breaking ribs, you're not doing it right.
Okay, you're saying that's what you say when you mean do it wrong? I thought you just.
Well, I thought that was doing it wrong. Yeah, like you could break a rib.
No, I think you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Doing it wrong, I think, is they die.
Would you give me mouth to mouth?
100%. I'll do anything
Homo.
it takes to keep you
I knew
around.
you were gay.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey,
I was just testing.
You'll be lucky if my mouth is the only thing touching that mouth.
I'll give you some protein while he's at it, too.
Calcium.
I'll take it all. I need it.
That's not how you intubate, Jake.
Ice cream.
Yeah.
Should we just practice just in case I...
Yeah, do it for the show.
What if I get into a bad situation and you had never tried it?
I feel like we should do some sort of moratorium on pedophile stories after today's episode. It's just a lot of stories.
But
now, is this Epstein thing or is this a teacher?
There's so many of them. This is an interesting one because I've always been interested in the jailhouse phone. Like, of course you're thinking they hear everything, right? But there's no way they do. What, do they have somebody in real time listening to every single phone call?
They could.
They could, and that threat is there, but they could also search your cell at any time, and they don't. So guys are doing stuff on those phones. This 46-year-old man was sentenced to life in prison for child sex abuse crimes. And while he was in, continued to assault and prey on children over the phone.
Can you assault someone over the phone?
He gained access to a girl through his connections with her family. She was 14 at the time. And he had actually assaulted this girl on the outside. And then inside, he's just on the phone with her, having phone sex, doing lewd acts over the phone. Anyway.
Yeah, that seems bad, but again, they're not putting him in there to rehabilitate them.
That's true.
They're putting them in there to punish them.
Yeah. And law enforcement officials seized over 200 dogs from a couple locations around Dallas this week, as we have the largest alleged dog fighting bust in a long time in Texas. Also got 66 firearms, a bunch of cocaine, a bunch of weed, 207 dogs.
Sounds like a Hank Schrader bust.
It does.
Breaking Bad.
That is funny, though. That's the whole thing that gets you fired up about that. Not all that other stuff.
The dogs?
The dogs.
200.
Now you're telling me that there's not a way to turn this into some level of legal public entertainment. That these dogs are...
Right, they're going to euthanize them anyway.
Come on. They're not going to somebody's home.
It's just a dog. When you say treat someone like a dog, that means that's intimating that you're allowed to treat them poorly because they're merely a dog. Look how happy Blake was when his dog died.
Yeah.
Freedom.
Like, what if you could have also entertained some people?
Like, it just feels like we've already trained him to fight. Like,
yeah.
Do you want to rob them of the opportunity to?
In fact, they say they're happier that way. Like the horse knows if it wins the race.
Right. Let
the
the
dog
dogs
wants
fight.
to fight.
Make it the prelims for the big fight on the White House
Do you want
lawn.
big
in the
government
summer
stopping
for
that
America
dog
250.
from doing what it wants to do?
I don't. I want that dog to be free to live its truth as a fighter. All right, there's your news. Oh.
There you go.
The Dumb Zone News. Like and subscribe.
That was a good news.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
How about that?
We can make viewer mail birthdays.
I think Dan would really like Dr. Divya.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Divya?
The breast reduction.
You said
reconstructive. There's no doubt.
Oh, you know what? Dang it, I forgot a news story. I
Go
had
ahead.
one more.
Oh.
Play the opening again.
Extra news.
No.
Yeah, I'm searching Dr. Divya.
News overtime now.
No, it was just because I, pursuant to my shit talking on Twitter, and I don't know if every promo runs every sponsor or if just some of them don't run the supporting sponsors, but the ticket stock promo I heard this morning did not have Texit Coin in it.
Oh.
And it sounds like the world might not have Texit Coin in it for much longer.
They're sponsoring Ticket Stock, though.
I know,
Yeah.
but they got hit with a very serious legal order today. An emergency cease
You
and
caught
desist
us.
order issued by the Texas State Securities Board. Yeah.
Welp.
Appears to be a fraud.
No way.
No way.
No way, man.
I know. I know.
They have billboards and everything.
I know it. And the text right there in the name.
Yeah.
Implying trust.
Right.
So she also will be like, if you add purple blush, that'll neutralize.
Makeup tips.
Yeah, what do you want her deported for? Not even really any hot
I have nothing
opinions.
against Bad Bunny, but why would they choose music in Spanish for the Super Bowl halftime?
Okay.
Ooh, try the winged liner, she says. All right.
She might have some hot opinions, too.
Booker.
No chance.
How much?
I don't know if I'm
What would be your limit?
I think I'm now in love.
Yeah, Dan wouldn't be able to handle it anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Is this the right one? Oh, yeah. $275,000.
Might be a TCAP situation. Might view it that way.
Dude, there was one part that was so funny.
We're liking Dr. Divya.
I should have pulled the audio, but there was one black guy that showed up for To Catch a Predator, and he said something sort of slangy. Like he might have said, "Hey, dog." And Chris Hansen immediately goes, "Yo, I don't know. What up, dog?" It was so weird.
Yeah.
It was just code switch. Just making fun of him. Total upper hand alpha move. Just feeling comfortable. Like, you're never talking to that guy like that outside of this room. I promise you that. I don't know, dog.
Yeah,
He is in
the
charge.
muscles, the cops
Big
are
time.
outside in the bushes muscles you have.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Judge, jury, and executioner right there.
Anyway, viewer mail birthday is brought to us by Game Day Men's Health, gameday.dumbzone.com. The P-Shot is not all you can get, but you can get that. But they're well known for the testosterone replacement. 10% off for life if you mention the Dumb Zone at any of their 12 area locations. Viewer mail birthdays. Hey, guys, when I was in the studio around Thanksgiving, I let you know my wife was pregnant. Well, here we are with Layla Josephine Shabazi.
Wow.
Hey.
Date of birth for the numerology bros, 2626.
Nice.
Whoa.
Weight, 7 pounds, 7 ounces.
Symmetry.
Everything makes me think of him.
Yeah.
Leaders are Roast Twins, Julie, Drop Beth, Sarah Hepela, Caitlin, and all the others who make this truly a, quote, Girl Podcast. Request, since we have so many DF experts, send me the one who is an expert on getting 2 hours of sleep a night and still functioning without the use of drugs.
Creatine.
I had his answer until then.
Creatine.
Happy to be part of the Girl Dad Club from Nima Shabazi.
What a day. We've come so far.
We like Nima, folks. Dear Clit Commander, today is my Jerome Bettis plus Christian Gonzalez birthday. My wife did not wake me up in that special way. My leaders are Dingu, Orthopedic Associates Blake, and Dan's small phone, R.I.P. Can I get a Soroy slur drop for my special day? Thanks, Never Punt, Brandon from Argyle. Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe
we'll
tomorrow.
Give you that on
maybe a live one.
He'll be with us.
Dan, today is my 24th birthday. My request, I have a picture in there for this. My request is for Jake to retell the Martellus Bennett flag burning story. See attached photo for context. Never Punt, that's from Jack.
He doesn't need the context.
And it's Michael Bennett.
Yeah.
Who was burning the flag in the Seahawks locker room with Pete Carroll cheering on.
Yeah.
Look at everybody's cheering him.
It was a big topic in the country at the time. Yeah, I mean, the story was we were talking about the Seahawks on the Shake Joint one morning, and you know how they were really in disarray. Russ was fighting with the defense, and then Sean said, plus they had that situation where Michael Bennett was, burning an American flag in the locker room. And then when I said I think that was fake, he said, yeah, but that perception is out there. And one of the greatest back and forths in sports talk radio history.
Dear Master of the Sausage Wallet, my brother Cray and I would like to wish our little brother Truitt a happy birthday. His leaders are Mike Leach and updates to the WHL list.
It's a good family right there.
Is that why Hillary lost? He'd like an Angelo update from Blake for his birthday from Lauren Cross. We like Lauren, folks.
What are people saying?
I'm a little mad at Angelo right now.
Oh no.
Yeah, I had a little trouble getting his money to him on time, which didn't go over well. And then he texted me, "No offense, why is my money not ready?" And I just haven't been roasted like that in a long time.
How late were you? You didn't make it Feb 1?
Well,
And what was the holdup?
The amount
putting it on
the
him.
amount of
Bitch, where my money?
The amount of maneuvering I have to do because it is my personal Venmo account.
Yeah.
So when someone sends me money or something, I have to immediately rush to transfer it out before he can use it. And so there's just a lot of moving, and I just send it to my wife, and I pull from that. Well, we had to pull from that for something else. And so anyway, I had to initiate a bank transfer, which takes 3 to 5 days. So I was able to move like $17 in. And I said, your full amount will be ready on Friday. There's a little bit in there for you now. He blew through that immediately and then texted me, "No offense, why is my money not ready?"
Dude, block it. Block the number.
No, you can't block the number.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
You can't block the number.
It's taking a toll on me.
It's too much.
No, it's not. Just keep on. You're doing a good thing.
I'm not. I don't feel that way anymore.
You're doing a good thing.
Let's take him to Rio with us.
We leave him there.
Sell him.
Oh.
Whatever.
Yeah, let's traffic. How come the white man never gets trafficked?
Yeah.
Although I don't know if he's
not, but we could.
There is no such thing as white, though, right?
Right.
So he's fine. And finally, dear Fupa Destroyer, want to wish my fellow DF Beej Goodyear a happy Kyle Gibson birthday. He's celebrating 44 years sober today without the help of Jake. He wants more Jones family audio at Cowboys press conferences and Chappie in charge of the NFL halftime show.
Dude.
God.
Run the ball and F. Patrick Dumont from Zach, Jake's Hab buddy.
Oh, right on. Good deal.
Was he the pond guy?
No. No. But he went to the exact same place I did. You know ZK.
Community Mechanical presents
on this day
yes. The
in
greatness
history.
of Community Mechanical. Travis is our guy out there. Travis at Community Mechanical can be your guy, too. That's the problem with him. Like when the freeze thing was happening, and he told me that, like, he texted me personally, because I'm good friends with him, and he said, hey, if anything goes down, let us know. We'll have people right over to your house. Like,
I hate to inform you of this, pal, but that text was not for you. That was for all community customers.
Well, that's what I say is the problem. I wanted to be treated like a VIP, and it turns out he's going to treat everybody who has preventative maintenance like a VIP.
Yeah.
So he did personally text me. I will say that because it was just from him. But then apparently he sent that out from the company's text to everybody, and then I felt a little less special. And so I guess it's bad for me, good for you. What is his number? 469-667-7290. You can actually text him. He'll get back to you with whatever your issue is.
CommunityDFW.com.
HVAC. Oh, yeah. Today in history. I thought we were just done. I was ready to be done talking. Today's Thursday, February 12th. On this day in 1878, Frederick
Douglass
Thayer, the captain of the Harvard University Baseball Club, patented the baseball catcher's mask.
That early, huh?
Harvard.
Yeah.
Those guys are on top of everything. Plus, it was like the only college, right?
Have they been
when they
involved in
started
any
college.
sort of other
and Yale?
Yeah.
Like questionable sort of research projects or anything that have been in the news lately? Probably not. Go ahead.
He knows so much more than we do. He loves to do the show for the three people that are cheering him.
That are checking the same files he is.
Yeah, bro. I'm glad you mentioned that.
They are doing something fishy.
Fishy.
Oh, good. I'm seeing Mark Teixeira is out on the campaign trail.
Oh, yeah.
This will be fun.
On this day in 1995, Philip Kramer. They call him a computer entrepreneur here. He also was the former bassist for a rock group called Iron Butterfly, Iron.
Yeah, I know them. Wait, who is this?
So this guy was the bassist for Iron Butterfly. On this day in 1995, he disappeared while driving from Los Angeles airport to his home in Thousand Oaks. He was not found until 4 years later by hikers inside his smashed Ford van below Decker Canyon Road. So what, he just veered off the road somehow and a crashed vehicle
4 years
was
later?
not found until 4 years later?
That's crazy. They did Anagata DeVita. You've heard
Iron Butterfly?
No.
It's a classic.
Sing it so you do.
DeVita, baby.
Oh. And on this day in 1998, Chan Gailey is announced as the Dallas Cowboys' fourth ever head coach. Can you name all the Dallas Cowboys head coaches?
Probably not. Landry. Then Jimmy. Was Jimmy next? Then Switzer. Gailey, Campo. Garrett? No, Wade.
Bill. Parcells.
Yeah, Parcells. Then McCarthy. Shoddy.
There you go.
Look at you.
Had an assist from Ted.
And on this day in 2019, Mexico's most notorious drug lord, El Chapo, was convicted in running an industrial-scale smuggling operation. He is now serving a life sentence in Florence, Colorado.
Supermax. That's where Dzhokhar Tsarnaev is.
The federal Supermax prison. And today is February 12th, this day in Dumb Zone history.
We missed an important day yesterday because yesterday in 2021 was the first ever show for the Hang Zone.
Whoa.
Happy birthday. Happy
That's why we were off. We take our birthday off.
That's why we had Ted in today.
Yeah. That was also, I want this added to the list of reasons your mom will call you, Dan. Because in 2021, we were fresh off the heels of that giant wreck in Fort Worth. And Dan's mom called him to make sure he wasn't involved in the wreck.
Shit, there was a lot of people in the wreck, man.
Yes.
And then what if I was?
A greater chance
What was she
than
going
none.
to do?
You're not answering. Oh, he must have been in it.
Yeah, that was a big, let's think about how Dan does things came up in those conversations with my mom, my wife, whoever wanted to be there for the surgery. I was like, well, what are you going to do? If it goes wrong, I mean, what if I die, there's someone there, quicker? What exactly would the...
Do you want to be there so they make sure to pull that plug real quick?
What would be the benefit?
But yeah, how's that going to help anyone? Her, you, the doctors?
Listen to Dan too much.
In 2024, we find out that Jake doesn't follow the rules in regards to wearing socks. Like, if I have socks and it says L on it, I'm going to put it on my left foot.
It's insane.
It's insane that we've been suckered into paying more for socks that are listed for left or right feet.
They put it on all of them now, too, and there's just no point. Even the lady yesterday, the lady at the hospital, because, socks are no easy task for me right now. She's like, oh, I want to make sure I get them. I was like, I don't care.
Give me double L's. Why don't you?
Woohoo! Crazy.
Now you're living insane.
Actually, the socks I wear, the brand, are double L's. They do it as a bit.
Wow.
As a bit. What's the payoff?
Right there.
I guess.
Hopefully one day someone will report this to a larger audience.
And then this was the first show after a show after our first Super Bowl stream back in 2024, and I'd forgotten about this. But your wife had a party downstairs that got a little rowdy, and someone broke the love sack.
Yeah, some neighbor dude drank too much, was in the kitchen and saw in the living room we have this big love sack. Everybody knows what the love sack is?
Oh,
Giant
yeah.
beanbag.
Of course.
Well, this guy's like 40 or whatever, 45, And he's somewhere in his head is like, I should run full speed at that and dive into it.
Yeah, it's Super Bowl. It's Soupy Sunday.
Yeah, sure.
When we had kids,
everybody's
Soupy
feeling
Sun.
it.
that was huge. That was their big, they would run around the house, like get a good thing going and then just dive into it and lay and laugh, and it was great. The love sack is great for kids. Not really for 45-year-old guys. Because then all the stuff's coming out of it.
So did you find like little white balls?
Oh my
God! Oh my gosh! Yeah, we might
break
still
out the
find
vacuum and
good dude. Likes to party. Elsewhere,
I would have known I never did that. Diving into furniture. It feels like a very rookie move.
You just destroyed the Bud Wilkinson
Tommy
suite.
boy?
That's all.
Yeah.
Well, you were a professional drinker. This guy was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
it's
more
a
of a
Super
day
Bowl.
tripper.
Let's drink."
True amateur. Can't hang.
Like, because people will be calling you out and ask you to stop a little sooner
Before you,
if you're just breaking all the shit everywhere
Yeah.
you go. You're like, hey, how can I keep this thing going?
Right.
I'm going to be cool. I'm just going to sit
Right,
back over
under
here.
the radar.
Other birthdays today, Derek Lively is 22. And according to my notes here, he has a dad. He is Derek Lively II.
Had a mom, too.
Okay, yeah.
That's
She
unknown.
was very instrumental in his life.
Ooh, that's right. Josh Young is 28.
Back.
I hope to
DeMarco-
meet him.
Jungle Cat.
DeMarco Murray is 38.
Spray tan.
Going to the Chiefs. Did I see that?
Yeah.
This morning? Yeah.
Really?
Chiefs new run. Yeah. So he and Witten will not be on the same staff at OU.
That's a bummer. Good for him, though.
Yeah.
Shante Carver is 55.
Damn. Speaking of that era of coaches you were just naming, was he a first?
I think he was. Like late first.
Larry Nance is 67.
Is he a hero of yours?
Yeah, he was a Cavalier, the human pogo stick, they would call him. Like, they acquired him, and he had won the dunk contest a few years prior, and I'm like, whoa. We got a guy who could win the dunk. Not just can dunk. A lot of guys can dunk.
Shante Carver, 23rd overall in 94.
Those are tough times.
Former Cleveland Brown Doug Deacon is 77. He was also their color commentator on the radio broadcast, a role which he did like 30 or 40. I don't know. He did it a long time. And I would see him, like, when I worked in Cleveland, Bill Belichick was the coach in Cleveland. And I would go to some press conferences to cover them. And Doug Deacon would always stand in the corner. He's a little better than all the other media, if you're an ex-player. Think Razor.
Mm-hmm.
He's a little...
Maybe Babe.
He doesn't really belong with us. And he carries that aura around with him. Like, I don't belong with you guys. Here I am on the media bus. But clearly, you guys are all looking at me a little, which I can see.
Yeah.
Anyway, he would stand there with an unlit cigar in his mouth and a giant wad of, like, Red Man. Like, it was the real chewing tobacco.
He's a real man.
We say Red Storm these days, by the way, Dan.
Oh, that's right.
What do you mean?
We talked about that.
St. John's. They used to be the Red Men. They are
really?
now the Red Storm.
I never put together they were the Red Men because of Native Americans. I just thought they were red or something. But it was a Native American thing? Apparently?
I guess.
Yeah, and it's not because we changed the name from Red Man Chewing Tobacco to America's Best, right? That's the story we
I saw
did.
that.
Yeah. Look how sad he is. Oh, no, my
I
chew's
grew
not
up-
racist
grew up with
anymore.
Red Man,
We made
you know a country.
We made you look up the logo a few months ago. Even you taken aback.
Yeah. It's pretty gnarly.
Paxton Lynch is 32.
Oh, what could have been?
Could have been a
cowboy.
What could have been?
Well, he would be a great player right now because from what I understand, he was developed. Dak was developed by Jason Garrett.
You can't just give an ounce of credit.
So he would have just developed Paxton Lynch. That's how it works.
Moving targets all around. And here's and this is the thing he does. He makes me defend Jason Garrett.
Yes.
And and how do I feel about that?
Well, I mean,
dirty.
You are the no puppet guy.
That's right.
Scott Pollard is 51. Scott Pollard has one T in the name Scott.
Mm-hmm.
He was a weird character, man.
The hair.
Yeah. Weird guy.
Brad Kozlowski is 42. He's a racing man.
He probably knew Greg Biffle.
Shed a tear.
Yeah.
Christina Ricci is 46.
And always had
Jake.
a thing for her.
Casper.
Yeah, just weird.
Did you see her in Yellow Jackets?
No,
recently
my wife
on
loved
Showtime?
that show.
Yeah.
Said it was
Is that
really
good?
I think it started out
yes.
good.
I've
heard great things.
Season 1 was good. Yeah, kind of tails a bit, but I think it's strong still overall.
It's like Lost with like a high school girls team or something, right?
So, soccer team or something.
Yeah.
I think there's some
Right.
cannibalism.
Yep. It's a happy show.
Arsenio Hall is 70.
Oh, Jake.
Jake.
You know what? God, I should have held that for my Dumb Zone birthday of the day.
Yeah.
All right, remember that for next year.
The best place to try to score with a lady or meet for a joint. Up back in Arsenio Hall.
Did you always, swing your fist like Arsenio while you were there? Like that was whenever you entered, you had to do that.
That would have been great.
So you had a picture, like a framed photo of Arsenio Hall in this hallway?
Yeah, we ordered
And it
one
was
on,
called Arsenio
on
Hall?
eBay. Yeah, it was just like this weird random hallway that connected one part of the house to the other. And we would just always end up there. And so we just named it Arsenio Hall and put a big photo of Arsenio Hall there so people knew.
I like bits.
We had a lot of them.
Michael McDonald is 74.
Oh, Javier.
Michael McDonald. Michael McDonald's awesome. Big fan.
Now Super Bowl champion.
All right.
Ooh. We'll allow it.
Ooh.
Gucci Mane is 46.
Wow. That's a legend of the streets right there. Many, many years in and out of the clink.
Josh Brolin is 58.
I don't really know what all he's done.
No Country for Old
No
Men.
Country.
Yeah.
I know he played W.
I think he had a famous dad.
Oh, did he?
Daughter was in Yellowstone.
James Brolin.
Isn't he famous?
Yeah, super famous. He was married to Barbara Streisand. In
Oh,
fact,
there you go.
Still is.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Today's still alive. Judy Blume is 88. She is an author.
Wow.
And how I learned about periods. I mean, as much as I know, which is very, very little.
You could have told me
except that you can give a blood donation with one.
That Judy Blume wrote some of the books from the 1800s. And I would have been like, the classics, yes.
Oh, really?
100%.
Wuthering Heights.
Yeah.
Did
Definitely.
you never read any Judy Blume as a kid?
No.
Yeah, they would probably ban her books now.
I think that, in fact, I've heard that Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret is banned.
Yeah, that's probably the one I learned about periods. Because it was a book for young girls, and so for some reason I read it.
Of course. You want to know what's going on in there.
I kind of did.
Little Oppo.
What are we doing here today? Birthday is Emily May Harper has turned 18. Blake, I know you're counting that down. She's from the YouTube channel Emily and Evelyn. 1.8 million subscribers. They'll open presents sometimes. They'll just do some stuff.
Okay.
Talk about what it's like to be a girl.
Yeah.
And the Dumb Zone birthday of the day, it really should be Arsenio Hall. It will be next year. This year, it's RG3 is 36.
That's a pretty good one.
I would have thought older.
Older?
36.
No.
It just feels like...
Just because I know when I was in college and when he was in college, it's easier for me.
Yeah.
But that almost feels old.
He was very stoked on Michael Penix Jr. Doing a game. I think he was still with ESPN at the time. And in the open, he leads a chant of Big Penix Energy. Big Penix Energy.
I'll tell you.
You did a game with him?
No, I didn't do the game. I just remember him doing a game.
Let me tell you.
That's
Penix
great
at
bit.
Washington.
Great bit.
Let me tell you what RG3 loves.
I would love to do a game with him.
Innuendo.
He'd be awesome.
Yeah?
He loves a little.
Yes.
Oh, that's kind of funny. Oh, I get you there, partner.
And what's his wife sound like?
I can't do it, dude.
Swedish chef?
Swedish chef, but hanging out with black guys. This is fam. I can't do it. I can't do it. Here's Soroy from Fight Night. Just play this.
Let's say kill. The Normandy invasion runs their record to 2-0. The Shake Joint suffers their first loss of the evening. This was a first. I've never seen a shoulder get thrown out, especially from a woman.
Maybe I'll fast forward. There you go.
Oh,
Sorry about that.
he needs to go to the hospital. Look at that.
So wrong.
Yeah. It is break time.
So wrong.
7:25 to time. Tons of big fights available left.
Users kick around nets.
Oh, Corona.
Why did that relate to what we were just talking about?
I just wanted to, before we got out of there, play the Soroy. I thought you were done.
Well, it's the Soroy pregame for tomorrow.
The guy said he wanted to hear Slurry Soroy, and you said tomorrow.
Oh, I thought he wanted to hear the N-word.
There's no way we'll... Oh, you think?
Yeah, his live spot.
Oh. When he said slurry, I just thought he meant
slur
all
or
the
not.
times we have of him drunk.
That's why I was like,
wow.
we're not playing that today.
He meant the actual slur, not.
I just feel like
slurry
there's no way
speech.
we'd remember to honor that guy's request tomorrow. So
Well,
wanted
I
to
know.
play it.
When I said it, I knew we wouldn't honor it. When you asked if I'm coming to your party and I said maybe,
It's just tricky
I
because
knew the answer was no.
Soroy is a guy we have a lot of slurry audio from.
It's-
But he
yes,
also
I could
happens to be
see-
the only guy we have of him saying that slur.
Right.
More than once, actually.
That's kind of his signature.
I stand corrected.
It's like you've been skeeted. He'll say that at the end of every show. Born on this day, now dead, Charles Darwin invented evolution. Before he was born, everything was kind of the same.
Staying as was. Yep.
And then all of a sudden, things started changing. Abraham Lincoln. He was born in a log cabin. Chris McCandless. He was the subject of the book Into the Wild. Do you remember him? Did you
Of
ever read
course.
that?
I did
Okay.
not read it, but I've seen the movie.
Bill Russell and Lenny Randall was born on this day, now dead. Isn't he the one that beat up his coach?
Lenny Randall did? I didn't know that story.
Didn't he beat up Frank Lucchese? Frank Lucchese's like 70.
Oh, yeah. Now I do remember this story.
Lenny Randall might have also been, like, he was a pretty, a red ass, as you might say, although not a Native American. But isn't he the guy that, I think he laid down a bunt, the pitcher went to field it, and he just bowled him over on purpose against the Indians, like a week before 10-cent beer night. Like,
precursor.
So, yeah, there was a big, their tempers were flaring before they ever had that game. And Lenny Randall was at the middle of it.
Nice.
Dead on this day, still dead. James Cash Penny. J.C. Penny. Died on this day. Charles Schultz. Ivan Reitman. And Tom Landry.
Why do I know Ivan Reitman's name? He did a bunch of stuff, right? Ghostbusters.
Yeah. And then isn't Jason his son?
Yeah. That's
also a director?
There you go. That's what I was looking for.
And that's what
Ted
happened
knows so much.
on this day in
Well,
history.
us Nepo babies, like we stick together. we know
there
the
you
stories.
go. You have to know every one of them. This is still playing. Yeah, how's Shoddy doing? You guys get together at
all the time, man.
The conventions.
In fact, he's got his drink, the shoddy, right? The vodka and lemon. I got the Teddy working.
Wow.
And we're workshopping that drink.
So,
what's the Noah like?
Yeah.
So how about some closing remarks from Ted Emrich? Where are you going to be soon? Are you doing any games?
Well, I got a travel story for you from over the weekend. I was at Allen Fieldhouse, AFH. If you want acronyms, I'm starting to see that now. The home of Kansas, when they knocked off number 1 Arizona, who was undefeated on the season. So, flight out there. We're on the runway. You feel like we're ready to take off. Nope, got to return to the gate. It's even worse. You got to deplane. Go back to the terminal, find a new gate, new aircraft. All right. 3 hours later, after the original scheduled arrival time, you land. Flight attendant gets on the PA. As we are taxiing there in Kansas City, mind you, it is 11 o'clock at night. We're all tired of this. And she says, I have a favor to ask all of you.
I don't know.
I want you to sing me happy birthday.
That's the worst.
She says, it is also recently that I lost my husband of 40 years to cancer.
No, not my problem.
And it is my birthday today. I thought about taking the day off, but I decided to work. And it would mean so much to me.
Oh, my God.
If you would sing me happy birthday. And yes, Dan, I know your question is, why in the hell did you not roll on this? I was shocked. I
don't know if I would have the...
I mean, I couldn't... I had no idea I had my phone with me. My jaw was on the floor. I can't believe
and she had
she's
raised
asking
this force field, the husband force
At
field.
11 o'clock.
Multiple
You don't
force
think
fields.
at one point in that delay, it didn't cross her mind of like, I got to shelve the bit. Everybody's going to be upset. We're 4 hours late.
She was going to ram this thing through
It's
no matter
midnight.
what. No matter what. So it would mean a lot to me if you would sing me happy birthday.
Oh
There
my
is
God.
dead silence on the plane. She gets back on the PA and she says, out loud,
Let me hear it.
Happy birthday to... That's how it's... I mean, it was
So it was
just...
kind of like a golf
happy
crowd.
birthday to...
Gun to the
happy
head.
birthday,
An
dear.
Al Qaeda video.
And
Happy birthday.
She gets to happy birthday, dear, and everyone's just like, and, she says her name.
Amazing.
And everyone finishes the song. Thank you so much. That means so much to me. I can't tell you what that means.
Their unions are too strong. She should have been fired on the spot for that.
It's like, are we not going to be allowed off this plane if she doesn't get... I did not sing a word. I just looked around. Like, people are actually doing this.
That's incredible. That is incredible. Those people walk amongst us.
Wow.
Well, thanks for being here, Ted.
Thanks for the invite.
Adios, mofo.
We gotta go before this becomes a zoo.
Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe and type for my name if you want to watch more of my videos.
Our man is kicking all them balls with his foot down on the gas. Homie, kick it off the turf. Papa, kick it off the grass. Community mechanical, make old air blue. Baby, baby, buckle up. It's the
Brandon Aubrey Show.